Could it be that the soul treasure was given to Han Sanyan by Xinyuan Guard? It should be. The other shore is estimated to be difficult to break open, but right now there is no other way to solve the situation except to get Han Sanyan out of control as soon as possible. Perhaps this trick will work. Han, my lord. Are you going to kill me too? My lord, are you going to kill everyone? If I kill all these people, no one will compete with you in becoming a saint. Are you willing to do so? Thank you, my lord. If my Han clan can produce another saint, it will naturally be able to rise to the next level, but these people are running around like rats. How can we kill them? Run? Haven't you noticed? Sooner or later, these black energies will fill the plains and even the entire Saint Mountain. Where can they escape then? My lord, what is that in the sky? It was the trick he used to destroy the Inyam furnace in the Abyss Demon region. Just a dying struggle. Now move back. Yes. Last time it was just Dongfang Chunjun, but this time it is the power of the entire Abyss Demon region. Don't believe I can't break your trick. Humph. What a pity trick. He engulfed it. It's a pity that your mastery of crystals of truth is too little, and the power of falling star palm at this stage is still weak. Then I can only try to merge divine Daos again. Crashing Thorn. This method was not granted to you by those people from the other shore, right? A merging of many divine Daos, but compared to my energy, it's still weak. Is that so? Then let's try again. How can a move with so much Dao fusion energy be able to swing a second sword in such a short time? And a third sword. Damn it. It's too late. I have to resist it. Not good. The armor has been torn. Although it is dark now, the blood jade gourd can tear apart the detecting divine sense, forming an empty area, just enough to allow me to determine Han Sanyan's location. Found him. Listening to the sound, his armor has been torn apart just now. As long as this sword can stab, be careful, Luo Zhang, it's a trap. Sly boy, he just took the blood jade gourd. He was trying to lure you into the wrong place and then attack you from the other side, but luckily I felt that the necklace was no longer around his neck. I can't believe it, kid. Those moves are probably your limit, right? Let's see what you do next. Ah. Luo Zhang may not be able to hold on like this. We must find a way to help him. But our methods are useless. What then? This is not the Abyss Demon region. I can't use the power of primordial fear either. The Blue Lotus can't transform the black energy, so if this continues, Luo Zhang will definitely die. First we hold that guy together, then find a way to get Luo Zhang out of the tangled Song Yin is holding. No. What? Do you have any other ideas? I thought I didn't have to go this far, but it seems my mission is not over. Keep a distance from him, otherwise even if you are physically strong, he will consume you. Luo Zhang. Brother Tianmans? Can that reincarnation soul tool really allow people to be reincarnated? It can indeed allow people to reincarnate and have their own memory flame, but their cultivation cannot be brought back. One has to start over from scratch. Why are you asking that? Well, then, remember to take care of Yingqing for me. I hope this is not our last goodbye, Brother Tianming, you. That guy can break through this darkness? What kind of method is this? From the moment I became aware of my destiny, I knew that this was a lonely path. From the beginning of the ultimate pursuit of martial arts to the later swallowing of slates, these things have been running through my life, but I don't regret it. Along the way, I met various partners, Ku Ding, Brother Dugu, Brother Xin Yuan, and of course, Le Zhang. They have always been there in my heart, accompanying and guiding me. The journey towards my mission has never felt lonely. Speaking of which, I really want to thank them. Back then, after successfully eliminating Dongfang Chunjun and returning safely from the Abyss Demon region, I thought everything could finally come to an end. I could continue to live a peaceful life with Yingqing. Now it seems that I was mistaken. The mission was not over, it was just postponed. The power of the ruling slate is too powerful. I have already reached my limit after devouring over 300 pieces in these years. The power of the stone tablet seems to go against Chiyo's teachings, and the price of unleashing this power is sacrificing one's own life. 50. From the moment I devoured the first slate, I'm doomed to never go back. But fortunately, I met Yingqing these years. I wonder if she will cry a lot when she hears the news about me. She is the only light that shines during this darkness and depressing time. I promised her before that I would never leave her again, but it seems that I am about to break that promise. Don't be sad, Yingqing. Wait for me, we will be husband and wife again in the next life. Such a strong light. Brother Tianming, what kind of power is this? How can it break through the darkness of the Abyss Demon region? He must be stopped. It has been stopped? My father insisted on letting Tianming come to Saint Mountain together. Could it be that he had expected this catastrophe long ago and asked Tianming to sacrifice himself? Brother Tianming, although this golden light can break through the darkness, it may not be unstoppable. I draw all the power of the Abyss Demon region. Even if his sword is extremely powerful, it will be exhausted by the black energy. What? No. Impossible. I control the Abyss Demon region. How could I be destroyed by a mere great perfection? Han Qingdi. Now, hurry. Yes. I found it. You dared to break my imprint. No, don't break. Let me go. Shut up, who cares about you? It's done. Let's take him into my inner world first. It's finally over. What's going on? My soul imprint was erased by Luo Zhang. Another person broke through Han Sanyan's defense, and the necklace was cut off by Luo Zhang. Useless. With the power of the Abyss Demon region, you can't even deal with a great perfection. What use are we for a trash like you? Brother, so now we can't restrain Luo Zhang in the Saint Mountain? No, there is another way. It is also his last remaining value. I'll give you another chance. Those God's martial coins that you collected before, smelt them, then write a rule directed at Luo Zhang on the ruling slate. Yes, Piuja, Hobo. Go and find the person that silenced God's domain earlier. A hindrance like that must not be kept alive. Understood. It's all because of my father's selfishness. When he handed the soaring snake sword to Tianming, he probably predicted that this day would come. That Tianming would sacrifice himself for me. Tianming, with your talent, it will only take you a few decades to start over again and come back. I'll never let you die. I know what the Xianyuan guards have promised you, but Brother Tianming will not die in vain. 11 people have attacked him before, and to them, I say, come out and offer your lives to this sword. Not good. We are no match for him. Run. Want to run? I don't know anything. I mean no harm, you mean no harm now, but when you attacked us, this was not what you thought. We won't be able to make it out alive this way. Let's join forces and fight him with all our might. Okay. Let's fight him. He has absorbed all of our attacks? Your life is spared for Han Bluo's sake. Once Han Qingdi loses his value to the Xianyuan guards, you should know what will happen to the Han clan. If you understood the situation, then you would leave the Han clan with Bluo immediately after leaving the Saint Mountain. I understand. But Tianming is a secondary being. The memories in the memory flame are incomplete. I wonder if Father is able to restore his memories from the universe of great expanse. Luo Zhang, this plane has changed. That is. The Saint Springs have appeared. I didn't expect that there would be 5 holy springs this time. There are so many. So do we stand a chance? Let's go. Okay. A being created by the Saint Spring? Is this the test of the Saint Spring? If this silver man is also made of energy, then it should be easily transformed by the Red Lotus. It can't be transformed? It seems that the silver man's strength comes from the body of the Saint Mountain. The Saint Mountain has been here for countless years, but neither saints nor other shore cultivators were able to enter it. Maybe it's because it contains an unbeatable treasure, or it's an extremely powerful treasure on its own. 9 divine stars. I'm at a disadvantage in a battle of pure strength? It's the golden light again. Ever since I merged with the red-eyed girl, whenever I have a fierce confrontation in physical power, the soul-din light would appear. Although this power is useful, I wonder what this true meaning of Tao is. Looks like the next test will be even tougher. I wonder how Chen Huangyijian is doing. The silver man who is fighting against him is using a sword. Could it be that the silver men attack according to what their opponent does? Emotion-severing divine Tao? I can't believe you're using my move. The strength of the emotion-severing divine Tao wielded by this silver man is not bad. It's endless. Why are you attacking me? Go fight the silver men. So what if you defeat the silver men? You still want to compete with me. It's better to deal with you small fries first before anything else. It seems that the method of the silver men is the same as that of the attackers, and the number of people who appeared at the beginning is also the same as the number of people who wanted to get to Saint Spring. The number will gradually increase, but I don't know how much it will increase. Just now I can see that they can't use my true meaning of Tao, so I will continue to fight them with my fists. In the chaos. Finally out of this mess. There's something up ahead. That is God's domain. It's an exquisite and beautiful world. A world created by Chi-Yu's lifelong painstaking efforts, so it is naturally unusual. It's still a little far away now. At the speed of the soaring flyboat, it is estimated that it will take about 5 days to set close. How many divine crystals we have left on the soaring flyboat? There are still 300 divine crystals. These are enough for our return trip. Use up these divine crystals and expand the slaughter punishment moonlight. If we use up all the divine crystals, won't we be unable to return? And do we really need to use the laughter punishment moonlight against those 9 Lee guards on the other shore? It seems unnecessary, right? Be prepared. I have a hunch that it will not be that simple this time. Do as I say / besides, as long as we can occupy God's domain, we can still rely on God's domain to go back. Yes, everyone get ready. 5 days later, we will have a fierce battle. Inside St. Mountain. The last one. The number has increased to 30 at a time, and it is almost over. There are no more silver man coming out. This means we have passed. According to Father's words, as long as we bathe in the silver saint spring, we can become saints. I've already faced 6 silver men. I have to continue to fight steadily. Great perfection, true godling song. This saint spring is not something that someone like you can possess. You're overestimating yourself too much. Look. Luo Zhang has already started bathing in the saint spring. Another saint is about to be born. Nonsense. His strength has already surpassed a saint. This is well deserved. Luo Zhang has already passed? So fast. Sure enough, Luo Zhang is already bathing in the saint spring, but it seems a bit wrong. The saint spring seems unable to integrate into his body. Do you still dare to be distracted when you fight with me? Why did Chi-Yu arrange such a test for people to fight openly? If Xianyuan Guard hadn't killed the 9 Lee people, then the 9 Lee people also have to go through internal massacres to become saints. No, if the Lee clan members were STLL present, they would have been a united force. Perhaps the selection process had already been completed before entering the Saint Mountain. The Silver Man just now was just a pure test. Why didn't there be any response after bathing for so long? Didn't Father say that most of the Saint Spring would enter the Dantian during the bath or integrate with the inner world? Could it be that the Saint Spring can't enter my body? Number 9527, do you know what's going on? The Saint Spring is a method of spiritual infusion. The spring water enters the Dantian, transforming the inner world into a spiritual place known as the universe. Then, it connects your life with the universe that will be assimilated by God's domain, allowing you to access an additional part of the power of God's domain and obtain the qualification for rebirth. This is the essence of becoming a saint. The Saint Spring cannot be compatible with you, which means that you are rejected and to undergo spiritual infusion. Then there must be a reason for not being able to undergo spiritual infusion. Who knows what could be the reason? Perhaps the Saint Spring doesn't like you. What kind of reason is that? Father can create the universe of great expanse, so can't create a great Jing universe? Let me try forcefully introducing the Saint Spring into the inner world, still not working. Even if I force it in, it is still being rejected. How can this be? So it seems that I can't become a saint at all. Oh well, there's nothing to regret. While the spiritual place can offer you the opportunity for rebirth, it also comes with some costs and limitations. I'm more interested in the nascent will of Saint Mountain. The nascent will of Saint Mountain? Once a world is out of the control of its creator, it will develop its own will. This is a law that cannot be avoided in the grand world cultivation method. But God's domain has been separated from Chi-Yu for so long, we have never heard of anything like nascent will. I think the problem lies within this Saint Mountain. Is this nascent will in the labyrinth mentioned by my father? It's very possible, but this is just my guess. We'll see the situation when we find the labyrinth. There are indeed many secrets hidden in the Saint Mountain, and it is necessary to investigate them carefully. Chen Huangyi is still fighting, but with his abilities, it won't be a problem. Patriarch of the Qianlins clan, it seems that he lost the battle against the others. Well, my strength is not strong enough. It seems there is no hope for me becoming a saint, and I originally thought that I could take this opportunity to lead the clan to the top. Patriarch of Qianlong clan. Luo Zhang? Come to my Saint Spring. What, you mean you let me occupy your Saint Spring all by myself? Yes, it looks like I can't undergo spiritual infusion. Come here. Yes, okay. Why did you do that for him? My Li clan has a 3rd grade faith treasure. If you can give me this Saint Spring, I will offer the treasure with both hands, and I will keep my promise. I have one too. My ancestors in the Zhao clan passed down a world-defying divine power. Those are nothing. My clan is rich, I can give you whatever you want. How do you compare these things with a saint's seat? It's not even worth mentioning. Now that you know it, don't waste your time talking. I have given this saint spring to the patriarch of Qianlin's clan, and everyone else has to leave. If anyone dares to snatch it, don't blame me for being rude. Hey, forget it. Let's go. Humph. You and I met in the evil ghost region, and it was also fate. I couldn't integrate into the saint spring in the first place. Take this saint spring of mine as a thank you for your reminder just now. Brother Luo Zhang, thank you for your kindness. If you need me in the future, just let me know. Okay. Chen Huang Yijian can't use the power of primitive fear. If those subsaints attack him together, I'm afraid he will still be in danger. The same goes for Patriarch of Qianlin's clan. It may take a while to defeat the Silver Men, so I'll guard here first. Commandment Mountain, use up all the collected God's martial coins. It's enough to create a curse that will ensure Luo Zhang's death. So. Understood. Once Luo Zhang is in the Saint Mountain. The word Saint Mountain disappeared? My lord, it seems that the rules on the slate cannot involve Saint Mountain. Then replace it with God's domain. Yes. Luo Zhang, you have ruined my plans multiple times. This time, I will make sure you have no place to be buried. Once Zhang steps into God's domain, he will immediately. Finally, it's over. Luo Zhang, did you see that? I passed. I saw it. Finally, the day of becoming a saint has come. The body is exuding silver light, so this is the normal situation, huh? Top of God's domain. Outside the Saint Mountain. It is the turmoil of the universe construction. In less than a day, a saint was born. The speed is so fast. Is it Luo Zhang? He is building the universe now, and it will take a long time to complete. Patriarch of Qianlong clan has also started to bathe in the Saint Spring. The two of them have come into contact with the Saint Spring. Others can't grab it even if they want to. As for the other three Saint Springs, let them fight over it slowly. They won't be able to determine the winner in a short period of time. It is indeed a pity that I cannot become a saint, but there are more important things to accomplish now. This Luo Zhang 1550 strong, but he was not accepted by the Saint Spring. What a pity that such a great opportunity was wasted. Half an hour later. After entering the Saint Mountain, the Infinity Ruler changed its direction and pointed to the end of this plain. There must be something there. Another canyon? One incense stick of time later. Dead end? But the ruler is clearly pointing in this direction. The Infinity Ruler is moving again. Pointing in this direction, and this mountain wall is vaguely different. It turns out that this is really the entrance to the labyrinth. It is indeed quite hidden. If it wasn't for the guidance of the Infinity Ruler, it would be really difficult to find out. This tunnel is very similar to the Master's simulation on the true dead end. I don't know if I can successfully get out of here. Does this labyrinth have anything to do with the nascent will? 3 days later, fortunately, the Infinite Ruler changes direction every time I make a turn, building me along the correct path. It's just that it's been 3 days, and I still can't see the end of the labyrinth. What's up ahead? Fragments of time? There is a strong aura of time law on the wall, which is exactly the same as the aura in the time sea. There is a sound, like the sound of breathing during sleep. This sound doesn't seem far from me. I'll take a closer look. Outside God's domain. After breaking through God's domain, we should be able to return to the mother world. I don't know how White Rose Gate is doing now. After being away for so long, I am afraid that time has changed a lot of things, and the White Rose Gate in my memory is no longer the same. But those things are not important. What I am most looking forward to is seeing those disciples again, as well as my relatives and the family. That is. Something is coming. It's so fast. Is it a creature wandering in chaos? No, that's not a creature. It's a flying boat. Flying boat? This is quite common in the mother world, but this is a place on the edge of chaos. It is almost impossible for anyone to be bored enough to come by flying boat, and it is still very close to us now. Unless they found God's domain and even set it as a target. What do you think? We need to see their intentions. Regardless of their intentions, the fact that they found God's domain is a troublesome situation. If the opponent's strength is average, it's fine to fight them. There won't be any trouble. I wonder if Zhang can successfully become a saint. Zhang entered the Saint Mountain. The biggest difficulty has passed. Becoming a saint is not the most important thing, but, Your Majesty, we have to hide. There is a flying boat coming towards God's domain. I don't know if it is an enemy or a friend. Please take shelter. A flying boat? Where is it? There it is. It has become more and more obvious now, and it is estimated that it should be arriving soon. Could this be what the star chart referred to as the ominous energy outside? It's definitely not a good thing to have outsiders arriving at this crucial time. For the sake of safety, please enter the small world I prepared, Your Majesty. While hiding inside may provide safety, I will be unaware of what's happening outside. Although my abilities are not as strong as yours, there may be some ways I can assist you. All right. Since that's the case, I'll let Fuer set up an array to hide us. 2 hours later, the flying boat. The last divine crystal has been successfully placed. Those Xianyuan guards in the god's domain reported that 9 Li guard of the 9 Li race should be at the top of the god's domain, but we have not detected their presence yet. We have arrived in god's domain. Let's unleash the slaughter punishment moonlight first. Yes. The slaughter punishment moonlight has been set up. All right, let the flying boat land on god's domain. Let's go down and have a look. This god's domain is much bigger than we thought. After all, it is the world created by Chi-Yu. What's this? I don't know, but it's a very powerful treasure, and Lord Wei Xian's full blows couldn't break it. I heard that Chi-Yu has a supreme treasure called the Heavenly Mirror Shield, which is shaped like a triangle, and no force in this world can destroy it. This might be the Heavenly Mirror Shield, the shape matches, and this is the world created by Chi-Yu, so it should be this thing. No wonder Pan's Meow said that we can't directly enter God's domain. He said that there are barriers in the space passages. It took them more than 10 years to open a gap in the space barriers and barely slipped into it. But those 9 Li guard have already arrived here. They must have been destroying the space barrier day and night. Find them and kill them, and then we will continue down along the space barrier they do. Where they broke through, there must be strong spatial fluctuations emanating. Although the top of Sod's domain is wide, it shouldn't be difficult to find it. That's right. Let's go. We just need to follow the front and use our divine sense to check the space fluctuations. Get on the boat first. Yes. The Force Spirit Concealment Formation has been set up. This formation can conceal our presence completely, whether it's life aura or soul aura. The flying boat is coming. I don't know if it's an enemy or a friend. If it's an enemy, it would be quite a surprise. But at that time, I will immediately enter God's domain, hee. Since my Xianyu clan has chosen this path, how can there be any reason to retreat when encountering difficulties? Although I, Li Xianyu, am not strong enough, I will do my best. They're very close here. Don't talk. My formation can conceal everything, whether they can find us. It has nothing to do with whether we speak or not. Even if you yell, it is impossible for them to hear you, so everyone can rest assured. There seems to be space fluctuations ahead. Head that way. Yes. That flying boat has changed direction. It's coming towards us. Just now, to conceal the fluctuations caused by breaking through the spatial barrier, I set up another formation, but there may still be some fluctuations escaping from it. Brother, they seem to have noticed the space fluctuation. What should we do? Let's observe their actions first before making any decisions. Acting rashly is more likely to alarm them. The flying boat is getting closer and closer, and I have a bad feeling about it. I hope Fuer's formation can keep us out of their sight. Half an hour later. My lord, there seems to be no spatial fluctuations around here. No, I just sensed a faint fluctuation again. The opponent must have used some means to conceal it, but they are definitely nearby. Let's search this area first. It's likely the Xianyuan guards, or they could be the individuals contacted by the Xianyuan guards in God's domain. How can you tell? The spatial fluctuations have been well hidden. If they are outsiders who don't know, the first thing they should do when they discover God's domain is to try to break the barrier of God's domain. Even if they feel a little fluctuation, it is hard to think that someone has already set up the barrier here. Someone must have told them about our situation, so they will look for us with this goal in mind. Here it is. This concealment formation is ingenious. Deliberately laying out a concealment formation to cover up the fluctuations, those 9 Li Guaro seem to have noticed in advance that we would come. But there is no one around. They gave up here and fled, right? No, as long as you stop cutting the space barrier, it will repair itself. I can feel that there are treasures that have been digging in the passage, which means that they don't intend to abandon this place. We just need to stay here. Even if they don't come back, if we continue to cut and break the space barrier, we will be able to enter God's domain before them. Knowing the space barrier so well, they are undoubtedly the helpers recruited by Xianyuan Guard. Since at 15 coming towards us, there is no need to hide. With the help of Fuer's concealment formation, we can take the lead. You want to make a move? The Xianyuan guards are not to be underestimated. There is a significant gap in strength between us and them, so it's best for Jean Lao and me to lead our people in dealing with them first. Okay, but if the situation becomes unfavorable, we are prepared to fight to the death. Your Highness, please wait here. We will ensure your safety. Be careful, we'll strike if necessary. Yes, Your Highness. Zhongling, you enter the space channel to check the situation. The strongest of these people is the Xianyuan guard who wears a helmet. I will deal with him, and the others will be handed over to you. Understood. Fuer. For spirit concealment formation, separate. HMMP this energy. Pew pew pew. Want to sneak attack at this level? My lord. Help me. Humph. No one can save you. Ah. How courageous. You can hide so close to me is amazing. Just now that attack was launched with all its strength, but it was easily blocked by Xianyuan guard. This man's strength 15 much higher than expected. Jean Lao, I'll trap him first, then kill him together. Understood. Huh? This aura brings the law of space. I can't use the grand teleportation anymore. Pew pew pew. Since you want to see death, then let me fulfill your wish. Concealed divine ability. You're quite capable of forcing out my concealed divine ability with a single blow. This drop of ethereal blood is extremely precious to me. I never thought I would use it on someone like you. It turned out to be ethereal blood. With my status, it is hard to find a drop in the mother world. Someone is willing to transform it into concealed divine ability and give it to this person. This person is probably the most respected and prominent person in Xianyuan Guard. Since it has been forced out, I'll reluctantly waste it on you. Go, kill him. This blood clot is not easy to deal with. And you too. This blood sword seems to be able to defile everything. Even the seven-colored aura will be dimmed when it touches it, and its power will dissipate. We need to change the countermeasure. This seven-colored aura is the best skill of newer race. I don't understand why you are entangled with 9 Li Guaro. However, if you are willing to surrender and turn back against 9 Li Guard, I will spare your lives. My life. It's not up to you to decide. This is the desolate god body? The ancient god's body refining method has long been extinct in the mother world, but it is here. The light she is emitting now is more than 10 times stronger than before. If I am hit by this light, my physical body will probably be torn apart. This is the only way. Although this blood corpse can prevent the physical body from being destroyed by external forces, it inflicts great damage to itself. Every time it is used, it will cut off its vitality. Only by using secret methods can it be brought back to life. To push me this far, this woman. Humph, your price to use that is not small. Let me see how long you can bear it. You damn woman. I will. Lo Jia. What are you waiting for? Quickly use it. Got it, I'll find a way to escape. Not good, the Xianyuan Guard must be preparing to use some special technique. They are short-handed, let's go help them. Understood. Ah. I've been waiting for this moment. Humph. A bunch of little bugs dare to mess up the situation. You've got to be kidding me. Bastard. You think you can sneak up on me like that? Ah. Oops, soul blast hit. Humph, this level of soul attack won't do anything to me. Will you shut up and do something? Okay, yes. I'm done playing with you guys. It's the slaughter punishment moonlight. They even brought out this formation. Give me the formation's core, quickly. Okay. I'm in charge now. Pew pew pew. There is no sword light, no aura, just dodge by instinct, very sharp reaction. But if you can also evade the second sword, then I'll truly admire you. You won't harm our leader any further. Kaijie. Don't, throw a straw against the wind. Kaijie, don't be sad, you can accompany her soon. This invisible force is extremely fast, and it is difficult to detect at all. What should I do? The slaughter punishment moonlight they used was driven by a large number of divine crystals, and I was unable to decipher such a powerful formation. I don't know if this chaotic formation can barely interfere with slaughter punishment moonlight, so I can only buy you some time. Just try your best. I finally saw the source of this power clearly, but it is so fast to deal with. Oh? I didn't expect there to be someone in your party who is proficient in formations, to be able to influence slaughter punishment moonlight. Your attainments in formations must be quite high. Everyone, get out of here. In this big formation, he will kill us all. Your Highness, and people of God's domain, quickly return to God's domain for shelter. I'm no match for these guys, so I'll be going first. Huh? The space channel is blocked? Even if you can counteract the slaughter punishment moonlight array, do you think that you can escape from it? You're too naive, aren't you? Your array is ingenious, but how long can it last? We can resist them with my array, but it won't last for too long. Once this slaughter punishment moonlight array returns to normal, everyone will probably die. Since the space channel is blocked, it means our only option is to fight to the death. I don't know how Heir is faring, but I hope that our decision to send him to the Saint Mountain will help us out of this predicament. Inside the Saint Mountain. The deeper I go, the louder the sounds are. The time fragments on the wall are becoming more and more detailed. These fragments are like the seawater in the time sea. They can cut through anything they touch. Maybe this is the seawater of the time sea that has been solidified over time? Let's take a look inside. As expected, it's the seawater of the time sea. Up ahead is a complete spacetime. Since that's the case, I can enter and leave at this complete spacetime. But I don't know where it leads to and I might not be able to return. I'd better follow the guidance of the Infinity Ruler. The sound has changed. Now it sounds like a baby laughing? What's this? Fortunately, I was able to erase time. There was an amazing power in the colorful spiral. I don't know what it was, but if it had hit me, the consequences would have been unimaginable. I must keep sewings. Again? It's appearing with the laughter. The Jade Bueller seal can only be used once in a short period of time. It's better for me to take on this mysterious, colorful spiral. It's better to take a risk inside a spacetime. It hurts. A colorful desert? What kind of strange place is this? The sand also contains a strong cutting power, just like the fragments. If it weren't for my strong body, I'm afraid that I would have been cut into pieces. Is that a cry that I hear? It sounds like a baby. It's a baby's shadow. Could the breathing and laughing noises have come from this baby? It seems like the shadow is trying to materialize. The colorful spiral has constantly been destroying the shadow, preventing it from materializing. The speed at which it is materializing is getting faster and faster, while the speed of the colorful spiral is getting slower and slower. If it goes on like this, the baby will be able to completely materialize sooner or later. Water from the time sea? I see now. When the colorful spiral struggles to suppress the shadow's materialization, seawater from the time sea will rain down on the shadow to destroy it. The excess seawater then enters the desert, giving the sand particles cutting power. Oh no, it's coming this way. Phew, it's a good thing that the spacetime wall did not disappear. I don't know what would have happened if I were caught in that colorful spiral. The scene in the desert should be real. So what does the baby's shadow represent? Why had the water from the time sea rained down to destroy it? Here it comes again, but this time. I'll check the wall on the left. It's still a desert. Everything is exactly the same. Could it be the same space and the same period of time? No. Although it is the same baby's shadow, it's struggling in a different way from before. This should be a different point in time. It seems like I'm looking at past events in this desert that have happened countless times. And have been going on forever. What does this endless cycle with the baby and the water from the time sea mean? Sure enough, the process is exactly the same as what happened in the desert just now. What exactly does this mean? Never mind, maybe the answer lies ahead in the corridor. Now that the spacetime on both sides can avoid the colorful spiral, I can rely on the walls on both sides to move forward. Half an hour later. There were more spiral attacks, and the laughter became more and more intensive, but the scenes in the spacetime on both sides are almost identical. Is this the end of the corridor? Is it colorful sand again? Is it possible that the end of the corridor is still the desert? Sure enough, it's the same desert. It seems that those spacetime are all scenes from the past, but what is in front of me is the real desert. But the wind here seems to be much weaker. The tornadoes sweeping around disappeared, and the sand dunes surrounded by shadow babies also collapsed. Could it be that the baby has crawled out from the center of the sand dune? The sound of laughter again. It's that baby, he's really formed. So that's where the spiral in the corridor came from. Huh? The Infinity Ruler has reversed its direction, which means, the baby. Could it be that the Infinity Ruler has been guiding me to him? Why can't I move? Could it be that the baby used some kind of space law? Haven't you seen it yet? This baby is the nascent will of God's domain, and he wants to devour you. The nascent will of God's domain? And it wants to devour me? I have been observing, but I didn't understand the scene in spacetime at that time, but after I really came to this desert, I realized that this is how the God's domain maintains its purity. What do you mean by purity? You'd better tell me quick, that guy's coming. Purity is the absence of self-will. Chiyu seems to use the time sea to tear up and suppress self-consciousness. What you saw in the space-time just now is the process of previous suppression. But why is his will condensed now? I don't know either. This will should have just been born. Maybe there was a loophole in some part, or the one responsible for crushing the nascent will has fallen. Wait. He is coming. The biggest question now is how to deal with this guy. No need to deal with. The nascent will is now very pure, almost free of distractions and self-thoughts. That's why it takes on the form of a baby. When he devours you, your memory will quickly affect him, and then he will become you. Are you kidding? How can you guarantee that after he devours me, it will be as you said? Do something. I don't want to be devoured by him. Well, since you are so cautious, I can only reluctantly help you again. Can you stand against this nascent will? That's impossible. This is the will of God's domain. To be honest, if I let this nascent will grow for another year or two, I would indeed have no way to deal with him, but now I can use my soul to guide him. He's still coming. You'll see. What did you do? His state suddenly changed. It's very simple. He swallowed my split soul, and I contaminated the primordial will. There is only one will in the divided soul, which is to become your food, so now he also thinks he is your food. I can move. The nascent will of God's domain was tamed by you just like that? I have already told you that the nascent will is now free of impurities, and it is no problem for you to let him devour it directly. You are still the one who will survive. I just changed it to a way you can accept, but the result is the same. Okay. Hurry up, he can't wait. I can feel that the nascent will really has no intention of attacking me, so I can try to absorb him into my soul. Not sure what will happen in the end. 2 hours later. Completely absorbed, outside the Saint Mountain. What happened? Immediately, I felt that everything was a little different. Some knowledge and abilities that did not belong to me in God's domain seemed to appear on me out of thin air. The entire God's domain seems to be under my control. That's right, let's just say that you are now the master of God's domain. Everything in the desert is also following my command. Let's head out. The most important thing in Saint Mountain already belongs to you. Okay. This corridor is a pain in the ass. Without the guidance of the Infinity Ruler, I really can't find the end of this place, now since we've taken over the God's domain. It's time to change the rules of the Saint Mountain. Beside the Saint Spring. After fighting for so long, there is still no winner, and no one has won the remaining 3 Saint Springs. The competition for becoming saint is really fierce. Look, Luo Zhang is back. But how can he move so fast like that? And he seems to have a different aura? Isn't he going to steal another Saint Spring? Steal your Saint Spring? You're all overthinking it. Let me open your eyes. What's going on? What is happening? It's impossible. Could he create so many Saint Springs with just a wave of his hand? Doesn't this mean that everyone can become a saint? Then we don't have to fight each other. Haha, I can become a saint too. So can. With all these Saint Springs, we'll have enough to share. You want to share? You're all thinking too much. In the future, the rules of becoming a saint will be changed, but now I have some things to deal with. It will take a long time for Chen Huangyijian and the others to build their universe, and there is nothing else in the Saint Mountain. It's time to go out and meet those Xianyuan guards. What happened to Luo Zhang? He can change the rules of becoming saint? Don't forget that he just controlled all these Saint Springs. What did he get? No one knows what he got, but it must be something we will never be able to reach. Outside God's domain. I advise you to stop struggling. The result is the same. Why not be obedient and let me give you a good time? A wishful thinking. They can't fight back now, so they'll have to wait with us. We don't need so many people here. You go to the space channel and continue digging down. Yes, sir. The chaotic array is the representative of array upon array, and the flames in the array will absorb part of the energy on the new moon, disturbing slaughter punishment moonlight and making it impossible to operate. But slaughter punishment moonlight relies on divine crystals to maintain it, while the chaotic array is supported solely by my own strength. I don't know how long I can hold out. 10,000 not domain. Xianyuan guard won't find us, right? We have already teleported hundreds of times, and we are still stuck in a small area that is not well known, and they should not be able to find us. The universe shook twice, indicating that 2 people have become saints, but the last shock did not come. Among the 3 of them, would one have an accident? The competition at Saint Mountain will not end so soon, and it is useless for us to speculate like this. Everything depends on the final result, so you were hiding here. Xianyuan guard. They still found us. They must have some kind of secret tracking technique in God's domain. Go to my inner world, where there is the protection of the ruling slate. They dare not invade rashly. Seal. The space is sealed. Trying to run away from us. Impossible. Anyone who attacks our Xianyuan guard will have to pay the price. I have underestimated them to be found like this. It's going to be difficult to deal with them. Outside the Saint Mountain. Do you think Luo Zhang has become a saint? I think so. After all, the God's domain just shipped twice. I wonder who the other saint is. There's movement at the door. Is someone coming out? Is it Luo Zhang? He actually didn't become a saint? Since he came out like this before he became a saint, he might end up in a very miserable situation. Those Xianyuan guards won't let him go. Commandment Mountain. Once Luo Zhang steps into God's domain, outside the Saint Mountain. Is this the thunder punishment of the ruling slate? There is such a powerful coercion. Alliance's floating island. I can't breathe with this pressure. What the hell is this, the end of the world? Who knows? I only joined the floating island less than 2 years ago, and it has been nothing but trouble. I wish I hadn't come. I feel like the island is sinking. Not good. Go back and support the floating island. The floating island can't bear this coercion. This coercion is too strong, but fortunately, it is scattered all over the floating islands, and it can barely hold it. Saints from other clans also held back the floating island in time. Unfortunately. Sitch, I didn't expect that the top 3 floating islands would end in this way, the Hall of Saints. The power of this ruling slate is indeed strong. If I hadn't stabilized here, the Saint Halls would have been shocked by this coercion. But the ruling slate was activated, indicating that Luo Zhang left from Saint Mountain alive. It would be good if Luo Zhang was obliterated by the power of the rules of the slate, but if Luo Zhang really inherited the nascent will and is not afraid of the power of the rules, could he reverse the situation and control this power instead? Whether or not he actually inherited the nascent will, we will know soon. Big Brother. Big Brother, Luo Zhang is out now. Could it be that he has already inherited the nascent will? Not necessarily. Moreover, Qi Yu suppressed the nascent will at the beginning, so perhaps there will be great limitations after its birth. Even assuming he does inherit it, he won't automatically become the master of the God's domain. Alright. Words are useless now. The thunder punishment has been activated. The outcome will be decided here and now. The oppressive force on the floating island has disappeared. Fortunately, I came back in time and stabilized the floating island. It seems that the thunder punishment of ruling slate is coming to Luo Zhang. There shouldn't be such a powerful rule on the ruling slate, right? How did Luo Zhang violate the ruling slate? Could it be Xianyuan Wei's doing? He previously collected divine martial coins, probably for this thunder punishment. That fish bone emits a strong bloody smell. This must be the forbidden artifact that requires the consumption of blood. The one standing in the middle is probably the Pan's Meow big brother that Turtle Dove Saint mentioned. You want to use the ruling slate to subdue me? Then let's give it a try. This power, this thunder punishment actually has such immense power, just looking at it makes one's heart tremble with fear. Fortunately, we supported Dongfang Chenjuan from the beginning and brought all the saints under control. If the powerful families unite and use the divine martial coins to set a rule against us, I'm afraid we would all be directly obliterated by this thunder punishment. This is my last chance. After a stick of incense. The thunder punishment actually lasts for so long, I don't know when it will stop. It stopped. Pew pew pew. He's actually unharmed. How is that possible? Luo Zhang is safe and sound. The power of the thunder punishment has been fully absorbed by me. Is this the outcome you wanted? I didn't expect that you would really obtain the nascent will. Everyone, go. Kill Luo Zhang. Luo Zhang, only one of us can survive today. It's the power of the silent scepter. Could Shi Xiaoqiao be in danger? 2 of the Xianyuan guards are missing. To force Shi Xiaoqiao to use the silent scepter, it must be them. It seems we need to take a break. 10,000 knot domain. The silent scepter can only last for 6 breaths. Those 2 Xianyuan guards can already break free from its control now. Faster. As soon as we can fly away from this imprisonment area, we can teleport to the godly refinement land. Do you think you can escape from me with this scepter? Wishful thinking. Ha ha ha. Even if you escape from this area, all I have to do is to continue expanding the range of the spatial restriction, and you won't be able to escape. Die. The Turtle Dove Saint can resurrect even after death through the universe, but once I die, it's truly the end for me. But there's no other way, Gu Bei, it's a pity in the end. What's that sound? Luo Zhang. That was close. If you hadn't used the Silent Scepter, I wouldn't have known. Ha ha ha. Ha ha ha. Interesting. Finally, there's a decent opponent in the entire God's domain. I'm going to fight you for 300 rounds. You may want to fight, but I don't have time to play with you. What happened during this time? Why does Luo Zhang have this power without being a saint? What exactly is that amazingly powerful little lightning dragon? PLJ can't hold back even a single move. I have to get out of here quickly. Want to run? Was it the trick that woman used just now? How could he do it too? It's the power of the Silent Scepter. But Luo Zhang didn't even use the Silent Scepter, he exhibited it with just a slight blink of an eye. Luo Zhang, your current power, I'll explain to you later. Let's go back to Saint Mountain first. There are still a few people who need to be cleaned up there. Okay. Just now, it was that silent domain power. It seems that Pu Zhe and Ho Bo found the person who cast 00, the spell. Luo Zhang left in such a hurry, he should have gone to help. I'm back. Those two around him are the ones who cast spells? Then Ho Bo and PLJ wouldn't have. Where are Pu Zhe and Ho Bo? They are already gone, turned to ashes. He killed the Xianyuan guards? How is this possible? In such a short time, he killed 2 Xianyuan guards? It's over. If the Xianyuan guards fail, then what will happen to me? There's no way out. I didn't expect that a small mistake allowed you into the Saint Mountain, and it caused such consequences. It is really unbelievable. I can give you time to kill yourself. Xianyuan guard never compromised. Not in the past, nor in the future. Certainly not in the future. In the future, I will wipe out all Xianyuan guards, together with Zuanyuan Emperor. Ha ha ha. Do you believe that by assimilating the nascent will of the God's domain, you can dominate chaos? A little guy who hasn't even set foot on the other shore wants to wipe out our Xianyuan guard. What a joke. Things are always changing. Just as you didn't anticipate that in the world of saints who were once hostile to Dongfang Chunjun, there would be someone who can end your life with his own hands. We may be at the end of the road, but the mother world is different. The 9 Li represented by your mother has already been wiped out. That place isn't the God's domain. Even if you go there, you'd be nothing more than a rootless duckweed. What do you have to fight us? There's no need to waste words on future matters with you. After all, you won't live to see that day. I will trap this thunder punishment. You all deal with Luo Zhang. Yes, sir. Although the power of thunder punishment is controlled by Luo Zhang, if I give my all and combine it with the power of the sea-splitting Fong to set up a formation, I can still withstand this blow. There is no way out anyway. It is better to fight to the death. Outside God's domain, my power may not be worth mentioning, but the power within here, you have yet to understand. I can't even hurt him. Everything in God's domain has been connected to me and is under my control. As long as I have a thought, the indestructible Saint Mountain behind me can help me bear almost any injury. As long as I want, I can immediately mobilize the power of the thoughtless Spirit Mountain, unless your abilities are strong enough to compete against the entire God's domain. Otherwise, what qualifications do you have to fight with me? Under the power of silence, there is no chance to escape, and you still want to fight back? Even the Xianyuan guards are powerless to resist, and you dare to come and die? Luo Zhang, I'll fight you. You actually shattered my universe? A person like you should not have been born in God's domain, so it's better for you to perish completely. You have part of the stone mouse's power, and you also hide your memory flame. Do you think I don't know? How did you know? The current God's domain has no secrets to me. Taking the memory flame away from the land of reincarnation and hiding it in the tomb of your family's ancestral land, you have indeed secured a good way out. How did you get it? It's impossible. God's domain is already in my hands. Whatever I want, I'll get it. Wait, let me go. Please, give me a chance. My 2 daughters, Chuyu and Liusu, I can make them accompany you. Let them serve you. Don't let me hear their names from your mouth. I am not Dongfang Chunjun. I won't give you a chance to make a comeback. Let your memory die with you. No. Han Qingdi has completely fallen. Luo Zhang had destroyed the Saint's universe with a single hand. Finally, the thunder punishment was eliminated, but the sea-splitting Fong has been exhausted. Now it is impossible to break the power of the silent domain. It is indeed very good to have survived the thunder punishment, but unfortunately your trump card seems to have been abolished. Yes, what a pity. If Lord Wei-Xian entered God's domain early, he would be able to prevent you from entering Saint Mountain. Lord Wei-Xian? Who is that? That's a member of our bear race, a strong man who joined the Heavenly Guardian Pavilion. Now he should have slaughtered those guys outside God's domain, right? Ha ha ha. What? There is Xianyuan Guard outside God's domain? Mother and father are both outside the domain. Although they have the protection of Jin Lao and Ming Wei, but I've caught you off guard. You want me to die, don't you? You can, but you'll have to pay with your life. Ha 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 ha. He wants to die together with me? What's going on? The imprisoning power of soul desolation can't suppress him. What kind of power did he use? Luo Zhang, he is burning the other shore token. The other shore token? This is the source of power from the powerhouses of the other shore, and it is also the most important thing in the mother world. Whoever burns the other shore token will incur the punishment of truth, and their fate will become extremely miserable. I don't know what kind of power he will unleash when he burns this so-called other shore token, but staying here might hurt your Xiao Qiao and the others. I must stay away from them. Luo Zhang seems to be trapped. Don't come here. Where's Luo Zhang? Could it be Luo Zhang is in the time sea? Luo Zhang, will he be all right? Although the power of his self-destruction just now is indeed unimaginable, but it is too childish to dress me to die together like this. But just now when he exploded, a burning triangular fragment appeared. Number 9527, that triangular piece is the other shore token? Yes, the power of all the powerhouses in the other shore comes from a token, and you will know it when you really set foot on the other shore realm. When that triangular fragment appeared, I could indeed feel an aura that had never been seen before. However, its power is not strong enough to destroy the entire God's domain, so naturally it cannot hurt me. God's domain, oh no. The Xianyuan Guard outside God's domain. Luo Zhang. How are you? I'm fine. It seems that there are Xianyuan Guards outside God's domain. I want to investigate the situation outside, and I will leave the rest of the saints to you. You, how did you know? Be careful. Okay. The universe of great extremity. At that time, the space channel created by Ming Wei happened to pass through the universe of great extremity, and they had been outside the universe of great extremity, so they should be in the same place by now. Who dares to wander in the restricted area of the universe? The voice sounds familiar. It seems to be, Mo-he? You're Luo Zhang. It's me. I heard strange noises in the universe, so I wanted to check around, but I didn't expect to bump into you. So? I don't know what you're doing here, but since you're here, don't think about leaving. 100 years have passed, and your character is still the same. Luo Zhang. The debt you caused me to fall back then, I have always kept it in mind. Today is the time to settle this matter. Stop it. What? It's the Extremity Saint. Extremity Saint. This person is from the universe of great expanse. He sneaked into our universe of great extremity. How dare you? Luo Zhang, if you want to use my universe of great extremity, you can communicate with me. I will do my best to help. Are you saying that I still need your approval to enter this universe? No, no, no. The entire God's domain is yours. The main thing is that there are some ungrateful people in this world after all. If I come, I can eliminate all your troubles. No need, I won't care about Mo-he. As for the debt between him and my father, let my father handle it. I won't get involved. You are really good-tempered. Are you going out? I will remove the barriers in the universe right now. How is this possible? This is the Externity Saint. He is a saint. Luo Zhang has been promoted to a realm lord at most in these 100 years. How can he be on par with a saint? No, more than just an equal. The Externity Saint's attitude towards him was clearly that of a weak person facing a strong person. Is this guy Luo Zhang actually at this level now, outside God's domain? I've spent so much time with you guys, aren't you tired? Resistance will only make your death more painful. I have plenty of time to play with you, however, human patience has its limits. The energy of the chaotic array is about to run out. It looks like this guy is at his limit, and it's time to give him the final blow. Shan Moi, that 9-Li guard is already dead, it's your turn. Yes. Oh. No, it's a soul attack. Protect Fu-er. Fuhr's soul power has been seriously overdrawn. I'm afraid he can't stand it. Ha ha ha, Slaughter Punishment Moonlight finally returned to normal. You do have some strength. As a reward, I will give you a quick death. Not good. Ah. It's no use struggling. You can save this guy, but can you save yourself? At worst, we will fight him. Fight? Ever since you were trapped by Slaughter Punishment Moonlight, you have been a group of dead people. What can you lease to fight me? He's going to attack again. It's hard to figure out the thoughts of the strongest person of the other shore realm, but there aren't many people in the Slaughter Punishment Moonlight, so I can still barely calculate that his next sword will attack. Not good. His target is me and Luo Shui. Oh? Dodged. It's really interesting that a mere true god can figure out my thoughts. However, it takes time to calculate. Can you dodge the next strike? It's too late. I can still be reborn in the universe, but Luo Shui has no chance to come back. Your Highness. It's Sky Mirror Shield. The Heavenly Mirror Shield protected the two of them. When I tried to break through the surface of God's domain before, the attacks were blocked by this Heavenly Mirror Shield. But it only protects the God's domain, so why is it protecting these two people now? Is it possible that 9 Li Guard is up to something? What's going on? The Heavenly Mirror Shield has always only protected God's domain, but now it's protecting us, so maybe it has something to do with Zhanger. Who is doing this? It looks like he's panicking. Who the hell did this? Show yourself. Coward. I said show yourself. Ah. Zhongling's voice? Ah. Isn't Zhongling digging a space channel? Could it be that something happened to him? What is this crack? What's happening? Why can't I cast teleportation? Lord Wei Xian, please save me, quick. Fly up there. Lu Jia. Damn it. Everything was under control, but why did this suddenly happen? How come? Get out of here. Get back to the boat. Universe of Great Extremity. This is, inside God's domain? We've been sucked in too. It's okay. I think I know what's going on. Don't panic, everyone. Quickly use the grand teleportation to leave God's domain. No need, that'll be a waste of effort. Since I have pulled you in, I will not give you a chance to escape. Did you do all this? Where are Lu Jia and Zhongling? You mean those two from earlier? I've already killed them. Who are you? Who I am doesn't matter. What matters is that all of you will die here. Fortunately, the Slaughter Punishment Moonlight was also brought in. Arrogant, you're the one who's going to die. Zhanger, watch out. Luo Zheng actually took this blow and was unharmed. How is this possible? This is the Slaughter Punishment Moonlight. I don't believe it. Die. Saint Mountain. It seems that Luo Zheng has another conflict with the new Xianyuan guards. But since the damage can be transferred, he must have returned to God's domain, and we don't have to worry about his safety. You have also seen how those 5 Xianyuan guards died. Do you still want to follow the Xianyuan guard? How can we? We were forced to. Yes, we had no choice. You've come to your senses. Don't make any more trouble, let's go. Okay. Even the powerhouses of the Heavenly Guardian Pavilion couldn't take so many strikes. And this kid took hundreds of strikes and was completely unaffected. Who the hell is he? The divine crystals in Slaughter Punishment Moonlight have been almost consumed, and this great array is going to disappear at any time. Lord Wei Xian, what should we do now? This kid is too weird. We can't fight against him. Everyone, flee on your own and hide within God's domain. In the future, we'll hunt down and exterminate these people. Yes, sir. Want to escape? After them. Everyone, there is no need to chase them. I have my own way to kill them. What do you have in mind? Please come with me. Finally, they're gone. The saints in this God's domain seem to be majestic, but they are as vulnerable as ants in front of the powerhouses of the other shore. Those Slaughter Punishment Moonlights are frightening just by looking at them. No wonder Chun Jun was determined to go to the mother world. But they all left, and the ship was left here, so how about? Ruling slate. There is no need to chase them specifically, just write a rule on the ruling slate. Modifying the rules of the ruling slate requires a lot of God's martial coins. You can modify it at will now? Yes, Father, because I have already inherited the nascent will of God's domain. Is that true? Then isn't God's domain controlled by you now? It is true. At that time, when I saw Heavenly Mirror Shield taking the initiative to protect us, I thought that Janger should have obtained the nascent wool of God's domain. Now all the power of God's domain can be controlled by me, so I brought everyone in. This way it will be easy to deal with the Xianyuan guards. Once Luo Zheng steps into the God's domain, he will immediately be attacked by the strongest thunder punishment in the God's domain. Haha, this is the rule they wrote down for you. That's right, Mother. Since they want to use the slate against me, I'll do the same to them. It's time to revise these old rules. First rule. In all domains of God's domain, exterminate all Xianyuan guards relentlessly with no mercy. Asterisk in all domains of God's domain, exterminate all Xianyuan guards relentlessly with no mercy. This stone slate can unleash such terrifying power. This is something made by the Great Chief. How can it be an ordinary thing? The thunder punishment is already in effect. It will automatically locate those Xianyuan guards, and they will all be killed by the power of the ruling slate. The power of this stone slate is indeed very strong, more than enough to kill other Xianyuan guards. But it might be difficult to deal with their leader Wei Xian with just one thunder. If one thunder doesn't work, then 10, 100, 1,000, 10,000. Once the rules governing the stone slate are triggered, they will never stop until they die. The God's domain has been sealed off by me, and I can feel their movements. They can't escape. It's only a matter of time before they are wiped out by thunder punishment. That's good. Your arm, it's okay. It's just that the injuries caused by the slaughter punishment moonlight are not easy to recover, but it will heal after a while. How is Fuer's injury? It's not a fatal injury, just needs some rest. Alright, I'll find a quiet place for all of you. Why don't I send you to Han Clan Floating Island? I'll get rid of the pressure brought by thunder punishment to the floating island. You guys can find a suitable spot on the floating island to recover yourselves. Okay. Why is this thunder punishment coming again? Could it be that Luo Zheng made the rules again? This time the power is stronger than before. I wonder if we can still hold on to the floating island, Luo Zheng. The floating islands will no longer be affected by the coercion of thunder punishment. You all can go. If anything happens in the future, I will look for you again. Yes. I can sense the location where Xianyuan guards are escaping, and that Wei Xian is in the suspended time region. That's all, they can't escape anyway. Let's go back to Floating Island to deal with Han Sanyan's matter first. Suspended time region, why is there always thunder chasing us? My lord, I can hardly hold it any longer. Ah. Shan Moe. Damn, the power of this thunder is too strong. Xianyuan communication jade was also damaged. I don't know what the situation of others are like. I wonder how long I can hold out. Han Clan Floating Island. Father, now that the situation has stabilized, we can let everyone in the universe of Great Expanse come out. Indeed, it's a good time to let the Han Clan members return to their own floating island. Finally, we can come out. Firmament Saint. And Han Jui. And Princess Liu Su. Hey, why is it the Han Clan Floating Island? I don't know, your Han Clan still has some things to deal with, and you happen to need a safe place, so I chose this place. Luo Zheng. Aunt Joy. Back then, Han Qingdi was not fair in his actions, and we had no choice. Now that Han Qingdi has fallen, we request you to take charge of the entire Han Clan. Han Qingdi, he is dead? Yes. His universe collapsed as well. Han Oingdi's universe was shattered by me. It's okay, it's all the fault of Father himself. What about my brother? Han Sanyan was controlled by Han Qingdi and went into Saint Mountain to pursue me. I broke the soul brand on him. Mother, please find Sanyan's memory flame. Okay. He will wake up, don't worry. Pew pew pew. Brother. Brother, you're awake. That's great. Liu Su, Trial. What happened? What's going on with this ring? It seems to have a strong power. What happened? Let's go inside and I'll tell you slowly. Luo Zheng. Tianming, how is he now? Is he still competing for the position of Saint in Saint Mountain? Did something happen to him? Brother Tianming has fallen in the Saint Mountain. What? But it's okay. Although he's dead, we have his memory flame, and we can reincarnate him in the God's domain. With Tianming's talent, it would take at most 50 years for him to cultivate into a top-ranked true god. You can reincarnate Tianming? That's right, my mother is in charge of reincarnation land in the God's domain. She can find the reincarnation of Brother Tianming and can also return Brother Tianming memories to him. But the memory flame should only contain his memories in the God's domain. As for the memories in the universe of great expanse, I wonder if Father can extract them from the universe? I still can't extract the memories of every living being in the universe, but if it's just Hua Tianming, there should be no problem. So don't worry, Tianming will come back to you in a few decades at most. Okay, I'll wait for him. 3 days later, Saint Mountain. Alas, it took a lot of effort to open Saint Mountain once, but in the end, I didn't even get a single Saint Spring. Yes, especially this time there were 5. Unfortunately, the other 3 were occupied by people from the Lens, Xie, and by clans. The competition to become saint is over, and I don't know when it will start next time. Forget it, we're lucky to get out alive. Those 5 newly saints are going to the Hall of Saints to meet with the saints. Inside the Hall of Saints. They're all here? Master. Brother Luo Zhang. The construction of the world has been completed, thanks to you. We've been able to become saint this time. There is no need to be formal, Qianlong clan leader. Now that new saints has been born, why haven't the saints from wealthy clans come to greet these 5? All saints come to the Hall of Saints. There are some rules that need to be rewritten. Rewrite the rules? Brother Luo Zhang is referring to the rules on the ruling slate? That's right. It is extremely difficult to change even one of the rules on the ruling slate. Can he still modify it at will? He's talking nonsense. Greeting, Luo Zhang. This guy is just a mere true god. Why should these saints submit to him? There's one person missing. Why hasn't Muhaiji come? Muhaiji, I don't know. Why are you late? I have been obsessed with studying something recently, so I was delayed for a while. I think this thing should be of great use to you. It is the flying boat that appeared in the universe of great extremity. It took you this many days to figure out a flying boat? You are not studying how to use this flying boat to escape to the outer domain with it, are you? How could it be? The God's domain is the fundamental place for us saints, and I have no intention of escaping. Yes, it's a pity that you are a saint, and your inner world has long been integrated with the universe, and you cannot escape at all. If you were a great perfection or a sub-saint, the situation would be different, wouldn't it? No, I wouldn't dare. Forget it, I summoned all the saints today to tell you that the original rules on the ruling slate have been erased by me. All the rules in God's domain will be revised by me. What? All the rules have been erased. Moreover, there will no longer be any wealthy clans in the future. The only existence in the God's domain that can transcend the time sea is the 9 Li race. But weren't all the 9 Li people slaughtered? My mother has the memory flame of all the 9 Li people who have passed away, as long as they put their memories into the newly born people in the God's domain. And then let 9 Li guard change the bloodline of these divine beings, and then we can revive our 9 Li pace. This God's domain originally belonged to the 9 Li. What I am doing is just returning what belongs to them. Do you have any objections? No, it's just that the 9 Li race will grow stronger in the future. How can we coexist peacefully with them? Especially with the competition on the Saint Mountain. I will revise the new rules. In the future, the fight for the position of saint will no longer be decided by life and death battles, but will fight for the rankings in the numerous gods' jade annulus. Only the strongest ones will be allowed to enter Saint Mountain. But the 9 Li come from Mother World after all. They have the blood of the 9 Li race and are bound to be better than us. How will we be able to compete with them? Are you saying that because we, 9 Li, are better, we need to give in to you? Or perhaps, you haven't understood at all who the true masters of the entire God's domain are. Our God's domain is not a peaceful land. In fact, the one who created God's domain has a formidable enemy. Those Xinyuan guards were attracted by the enemy. No one can guarantee that the enemy will not attack again. Therefore, we must become stronger to be able to resist, and only by speaking with strength can we grow. There is no need to discuss such a small issue as racial strife in the God's domain. Father, how should we deal with the grudge between you and Muhaiji? It's finally come. Althouse, our universe of great expansion, was almost destroyed by you. You were ultimately defeated in the universal war. You were merely acting on behalf of Dongfang Chunjun. Now that Dongfang Chunjun has been executed, the past hatred has faded. I won't take your life, but I'll just take away your position as a saint, okay? It's a light punishment, but I'm willing to take it. I have taken action against Luo Zheng overtly and covertly before. He won't also deprive us of our status as a saint too? This group of saints has caused many obstacles for me, and I want to impose some punishment on them, but no need to hurry. There is still one thing that needs to be resolved now. This is the end of today's summoning. You may all disperse. I'm going to the Mu clan's floating island. Huh? I wonder what the purpose of going to my Mu clan floating island is. Take me to see Mu Ning. Okay, I'll take you there. The saint I once regarded as the pinnacle and ultimate dream is now submissive in front of Luo Zhang. What is wrong with this world? Mu clan's floating island. This is the place where Mu Ning was confined. The person who ordered the confinement was Mli Xuerong, I see. You can go, I'll go in by myself. Okay. The floating island has been in great turmoil recently, and a lot of big things must have happened in the god's domain. I have been locked up here since I left Luo Zhang. I don't know if he is well these years. Who is it? Luo Zhang. It's you. What's wrong? What are you afraid of? Did you sneak into the Mu clan to rescue me? I'm here to rescue you, but not secretly. But my sister, alas, Mu Xuerong has died in the Abyss Demon region. What? How can this be? It's complicated, but it's not impossible to bring her back from the dead, really? Well, it's not a resurrection, it's a reincarnation of your sister, but the memories of this life can be retained, so you can still see her again. That's good. But what happened? During this trip to the Abyss Demon region, Dongfang Chunjun fell, and his universe also collapsed. Later, I gained control of the nascent will of the god's domain in Saint Mountain. I'm now the master of the god's domain. As for the grudge with your father, my father has decided not to deprive him of his saint position completely, but will only punish him with his status. I didn't expect so many things to happen in such a short time. You can choose to stay on the Mu clan's floating island, but if your father loses his status as a saint, the Mu clan's status will be greatly reduced. Of course, you can also follow me. I am temporarily settling on Han clan's floating island because there are some things that need to be resolved. I'll follow you. Now that the grudge between you and my father's generation has ended, are we no longer enemies? Although one have been confined here to practice during this period, one often miss you and I want to be with you. Mli Ning, okay, then come with me to Han clan's floating island. Let me find you a place to stay first. Okay. Han clan's floating island. Have you finished explaining it to your brother? Yes, he is still a little dizzy now, so I told him to rest. Mu Ning will be with us in the future, so please take care of her on Han clan's floating island first. Sorry to trouble you. There is no trouble at all. Let's go, let's get you acquainted with the Han family. The matter is almost settled. It's time to think of some measures to make changes to the god's domain, but before that, let's go to my mother to reincarnate Mu Xuerong and Tianming. 9 months later. The formless territory. Is it here? Yes, it's in the god city below. Then let's go down and take a look. Let's go. Yi family's backyard. Wow. Is that him? Yes. Who are you? How dare you break into the city lord's mansion? How dare you? Yi Jingqi, city lord of Yi family. This man turned out to have the cultivation level of a great perfection true god. I don't know who you are. Why did you break into my house without permission? I'm looking for my husband. Who is your husband? Why are you looking for him? It's the newborn child. He's my husband. My son was just born. How can he be your husband? Isn't this a big joke? My friend, have you ever heard of reincarnation? How can those reincarnation rumors be taken seriously? Whether we can take it seriously or not, we will know later when the baby grows up. Until then, I only have one request. Give the baby the name Tianming, and this sword was left to brother Tianming. In addition, there are these pills. This sword is Hongming's most precious treasure, and these pills, how can my son deserve such gifts? Because he once saved my life, these things are only part of it. From now on, someone will send him resources for cultivation every year. I hope he can become true god before he is 10 years old. Every year? True god. Also, your Yi family is under the jurisdiction of the Lang family, right? I will ask Lang Yao to dispatch manpower to protect the safety of this god city. Lang Yao Saint Emperor? I will make further arrangements with the Lang family. Are you sure you don't want to go back to the floating island and live there? I'll stay in this city. I want to see him grow up. You, the Yi family, take good care of Miss Yingqing and brother Tianmins. I can ensure that brother Tianming can become a saint at the age of 30. I'll make your Yi family one of the wealthy families. Okay, good. Then I'll leave first. Okay. I don't know how to call you miss. My name is Dongfang Yingqing. Dongfang, Could it be the Dongfang clan that stands on the Fusang divine tree? That's right. Lord. Lord. Congratulations on the birth of your son. Then who is that person just now? Can he really command the Saint Emperor of the Lang family? His name is Luo Zhang, and he is my husband's brother. I don't know whether he can command the Saint Emperor of the Lang family, but he has driven all the wealthy clans out of the Time Sea. Can I meet Tianming? Ah. Yes. Tianming, I finally met you. The Time Sea, Zhanger, when you built this new floating island, did you intend to reorganize the system of God's domain? Yes, Father, I have moved the floating islands of other wealthy clans to the periphery of the Time Sea, and the saints of the wealthy clan no longer have the right to modify the ruling slate. This new floating island will become the center of the entire God's domain, attracting geniuses, including the newly born 9 Li people. In the future, I will formulate rules to allow them to form a healthy competition between the other people and the 9 Li people. Indeed, Zhanger has thought it through very carefully. By the way, have the Xinyuan guards been completely eliminated? The thunder punishment has stopped, and I can feel their position. All Xinyuan guards are dead. Jin Lao has ordered Ji and the others to collect the bodies of the Xinyuan guards. They must have brought a lot of things with them when they came from the mother world. We cannot let these things be picked up by others in God's domain. That's right, so as not to cause trouble. By the way, Dad, I plan to go to the universe of great expansion to see my friends in the upper and lower realms, and then pick up Xiao Dai and the others. Okay, everything is basically arranged. It's time to get together with them. Han Clan's floating island. Let's go. I'll show you where I grew up along the way. Okay. Father has already sent the news to the heavenly venerates that I will return, so let's go to the upper world to see them first. The universe of great expanse. Rushing heaven world. Luo Zhang is really coming back. He should be here soon. Time has passed, and one didn't expect that when he came back, he would have reached a level beyond our reach. You're all here. We have received news from the Lord of the Universe, so we are all waiting here, waiting for your return. Congratulations on becoming the Lord of God's domain. Old Patriarch, no need to be formal. Yun Luo, long time no see. I never thought that when we meet again, you would improve so much. But I've always known that you're not one of us, so I'm not surprised this has happened. Thank you. How have you been these years? With no merits or demerits, now that I have become a heavenly venerate, my cultivation in the universe has come to an end, and I just spend my days leisurely here. It just so happened that I had something to announce about heavenly venerate, and all the heavenly venerates were also here. What? I will modify the current heavenly venerate system of this universe. In the future, the position of heavenly venerate can be removed. My father, Luo Xiao, will give you a passage to the God's domain. You are free to go to the God's domain and pursue higher levels of power. Free to travel to God's domain? Does that mean that we can cultivate to become true gods like Master Xingwei? That's right. Now that the threat in God's domain no longer exists, the universe of great expense will no longer need you to work for it. Therefore, you will be allowed to return the crown of destiny and get rid of the restrictions of heavenly venerate position. Although there are crises and troubles in God's domain, there are also infinite challenges. You can decide whether to stay or go. That would be great. Thank you. By the way, Master Xingwei left the universe of great expanse some time ago. I wonder how he is doing now. He has returned to the God's domain, and my father is trying to find a way to restore his inner world. Yun Luo, if you and the heavenly venerates have any other demands, just ask the old patriarch to record them. I will review them all when I return, and then we can report them to my father. Come back? Where will you go? I will go see my Daozi friends first. 10,000 Buddha Sanctuary. Spiritual Buddhism Domain. So all 4 of you are here. Luo Zhang. It's you. You're back. Amitabha. Xiaoxing has already informed us of what happened in the God's domain during this time. I didn't expect you to become the Lord of the God's domain. Have you settled all the matters in God's domain? Yes, I have. That's why I came back to visit you. But having said that, you are all gathered in Spiritual Buddhism Temple. Are you planning to follow Ku Ding to practice Buddhism? It's not really a practice, it's just meditating to make your heart calmer. Oh? What's bothering you? Luo Zhang, now that the matter in the God's domain has been resolved, can we return to the God's domain to practice? Although we come from the universe, there is no way for us to improve here. Yes, we have seen how powerful the people in the God's domain are, so naturally we want to be more diligent in our cultivation. I see. There are still some aftermath matters in God's domain that my father is dealing with. I will send a message to him and let you return to God's domain when everything is arranged. Okay. I will stay here in Kuding during this period and cultivate. Kuding, do you need anything? Amitabha, after I returned, I discovered that the 10,000 Buddhist sanctuary has been declining over the years. I want nothing more than to revitalize Buddhism here. Okay. Luo Zhang, these are your friends. Are any of your family members here? Yes, let's go now. Qixia Realm. King Ceiling Platform. Xiao Dai. Yu Qin. Soon. Husband. Xiao Dai, why haven't you returned to the Central Realm? Husband, you're finally back. The Central Realm is where we met, and I've been waiting for you here, hoping to go back together with you, but she beat me to it. Forget it, it's rare for my husband to come back, so I'd better not argue with her, so as not to annoy him. Before, I was worried about whether you could solve the matter in the God's domain smoothly, but now it seems that I am worrying too much. I'm sorry for causing you all worry. How is the Demon Knight clan now? It has almost recovered, and the clan has long since returned to normal operations. Recently, I have been discussing with members of the council about establishing 3 new kings. The Demon Knight clan now has you as its king, isn't it enough? The Demon Knight clan has stabilized, but I still want to follow you in the future. That's fine, I have to go back to the Central Realm. When I leave the universe of Great Expanse, I will come find you and take you out with me. By the way, this is Muning. She helped me a lot in the God's domain, and she will follow us from now. This girl is also one of my husband's admirers. There are more and more of them. Since ancient times, emperors have had many beauties, and the realm and status of husbands have become higher and higher. This kind of thing is inevitable. I'd better show my generosity as a head wife. Hi, hello, please take care of me. My name is Ning Yudi, and I am Luo Zhang's wife. No need to be shy, we will often be together in the future. Okay, Xiao Dai is becoming more and more like a family member, and even Yu Qin can calm down a bit. It seems that they will get along well. I'll stay in the upper realm for a few days, visit the other Daozis, and then return to the Central Realm with Xiao Dai and the others. Central Realm, where it all began. 3 days later, Central Realm, Luo Zhang, what is that? That is the Cloud Palace, and it is also the place where I practiced when I was in the Central Realm. It's really unimaginable, Luo Zhang, that you have experienced in the sect of secondary beings. Alas, in our eyes, the beings in these worlds are all secondary beings. But now the fate of the entire God's domain is dominated by a secondary being like Luo Zhang. It still feels exaggerated when you think about it. Not only you, sometimes I find it unbelievable. Xiao Dai should be the happiest when we return to the Cloud Palace. After all, for her, this is her hometown. Is there killing intent? Did something happen in the Cloud Palace? Let's go check it out. After so many years, it's time to meet the current Lord of the Cloud Palace. Inside the Cloud Palace. Master Hongfeng, as a warrior of the Divine Sea Realm, even though you have suppressed your ascension to the upper realm for the sake of the Cloud Palace, you will eventually ascend. Who will protect the Cloud Palace after that? What? You dare to threaten me, a member of the Cloud Palace? But what you said is true. How about I simply eliminate the roots and kill the emperors of the 4 great divine kingdoms before ascending? This Bailey Hongfeng went to the upper realm with Luo Zhang back then and got a lot of benefits. In addition, the inheritance left by the Cloud Palace is also very solid. Now, his strength is indeed unparalleled in this great thousand worlds. Even if you, Bailey Hongfeng, can kill all the war emperors and war kings of our divine kingdom, there are countless successors in our divine kingdom. In the future, when the mainland of Divine Kingdom competes with the Central Realm will eventually fall behind. As the saying goes, harmony breeds wealth. We are 2 continents living side by side. Why don't we each take a step back? Step back? Ha ha. That wilderness continent has been an ownerless land for tens of millions of years. Now, with a twist of fate, it's going to belong to your Divine Kingdom. Is it because your Divine Kingdom is closer to the wilderness continent, or is it because you're prettier? Closer. This guy is still so naive, he actually responded to someone's sarcastic remarks. Ha ha. Bailey Hongfeng is hundreds of years old, but he still has a good sense of humor. The same goes for Brother Huo Chen, he is still so young. Whose voice is it? My divine sense can't detect the slightest trace, and this voice, it sounds familiar. No need to find. We are here. Palace Master, and Brother Luo Zhang. Brother Hongfeng, long time no see. Luo Zhang? Brother Huochen, King Yin, how do you do? Are you really Luo Zhang? Of course. Luo Zhang's aura is completely different from before, although his gaze shows no hostility or disdain whatsoever. Subconsciously, I can't help but feel incredibly small, like dust or ants. 10 years ago, I said that if we could meet Brother Luo Zhang after Ascension, that would be a real blessing. I never expected you to return today. During all these years away, I often thought about you all. I just heard that you had this dispute because of that wilderness continent? That's true. Over the past few hundred years, the resources of the entire Central Realm and the Divine Kingdom have been almost exhausted. As a result, warriors from both sides began focusing on the wilderness continent. Major forces arrived there, leading to numerous disputes. Not long ago, a great war broke out on the wilderness continent. Due to the competition between Tianchu sect and Daily Divine Kingdom and Qingye Divine Kingdom, many warriors died. Tianxui sect asked Cloud Palace for help, but the Master Hongfeng came to the Divine Kingdom alone and killed 13 leaders of the Divine Kingdom to set up an example. That's why we, out of grief and indignation, came to the Central Realm together to seek an explanation from Bailey Hongfeng, but the Master Hongfeng refused to give in at all. Although my Cloud Palace doesn't care about that piece of land. But if the Divine Kingdoms wants to bully the Central Realm and the Cloud Palace, it won't work. You can make perfect rules for the wilderness continent. That continent does not belong to the Divine Kingdom, nor does it belong to the Central Realm, but I hope you can develop it together and live in peace. But no matter what happens, the Divine Kingdom is not allowed to take action against the Central Realm, let alone the Cloud Palace. Forget what happened this time. If there is a next time, I will consider throwing the Divine Kingdom into other universe. Throw the entire continent out? How Luo Zhang's words will be remembered by the Divine Kingdom. I, King Yin, guarantee that the 4 great divine kingdoms will not conflict with the Central Realm again. That's good. Brother Hongfeng, are you not satisfied with this result? Not at all. I just thought it was really embarrassing for Brother Luo and the Palace Master to come back so rarely and end up helping me deal with such a small matter. It turned out to be this reason. You have been in charge of Cloud Palace for almost 200 years, which is longer than me, and you have worked harder than me. Now your task is to ascend to the upper realm, and you no longer need to worry about and manage these things in detail. Haha, you're right. Speaking of ascension, I've been suppressing my ascension for too long. I can't control it lately, Brother Luo. Then I'll help you. I'll stay in the Cloud Palace for a while, so I'll leave you in this world for the time being. Great, I haven't gotten a drink with you yet. By the way, when you came back this time, why didn't you bring Brother Qinming? Brother Qinming fell some time ago. What? Brother Qinming has fallen? Don't worry, although he died, I have arranged for him to be reincarnated and have the memories of his previous life. Phew, that's okay, but I'm a little regretful that I can't see him this time. Maybe after Qinming is reborn, he will be able to surpass your cultivation level immediately. You have to hurry up and practice after ascension. Maybe you can catch up with him in the God's domain. That's hard to say. Let's go. Let's have a few drinks with me first, and we'll talk while we drink. After staying in the Cloud Palace for a while, Luo Zhang took his family on a trip to visit relatives. After many years, 11 Yuqin finally met her great-grandfather again, and 11 Xiaojie also grew up and took charge of her own business. Su Qingyun still maintained her original intention and worked diligently as her mentor in Qingyun sect, cultivating many outstanding disciples and sending them to Cloud Palace and the Imperial City. Next, Luo Zhang took Muning to get familiar with the earthly atmosphere of the lower realm, and the 3 girls felt happy and relaxed that they had not seen for a long time. In particular, Han Chui was naughty in the first year and even suppressed her own cultivation. She participated in the martial arts competition of the World Business Alliance and competed with some emerging geniuses. The result, of course, was a severe blow to the geniuses in the Central Realm. This period was the best time for everyone. 3 months later. Cloud Palace's backyard. It's been a few months since you returned. How do you feel? My mindset has changed compared to before. After all, I came back with a major mission before, but this time, all the troubles in the God's domain have been solved, and my mentality is more relaxed. A lot of changes have happened here too. The Qingyun sect is still the same, and the Fentian dynasty has also changed. Under the leadership of the new emperor, the Su family has been brought into the 4th grade family, faintly superior to the Qingyun section teacher. Su is very happy for this. As for our Luo family in Chongyan County, several more geniuses have shone brightly in the Qingyun sect, and one of them has become the emperor's son-in-law of the Fentian dynasty. Now the Luo family is also a 2nd grade family, alongside the 7 major families of the Fentian dynasty. The past few months of traveling since I came back have really made me completely relaxed, comfortable, and peaceful. Since my husband is so happy, why not stay here with my husband all the time and go nowhere else? It's not so bad. A life without worries and burdens in one's heart naturally makes one feel blissful. Blissful? Luo Zhang, you're not seriously planning to stay here for the rest of your life, are you? No need to rush. Calculated according to the speed of time in the God's domain, 3 months here is only 10 days in God's domain. Besides, it's not bad to stay here forever. Hey, God's domain is not a safe place either. What's more, when Chi Yu built this ship, he probably gave himself hope that the 9 Li race could be revived. When there are more 9 Li people in God's domain, it will naturally be revitalized. Is this considered a revival? This small amount of resources in the God's domain can only breed a few other shore realm at most, and when compared to the Mother World, it's nothing short of a joke. Besides, I will definitely go to the Mother World, but before I go, there are still many things that need to be prepared. Alright, I was just joking with you. 1 month later. Ice Palace. Luo Zhang, are you sure you don't want to stay longer? No, I have to leave sooner or later. Brother Hongfeng, it's time for you to ascend. Then I'll go too. After you go to the upper realm, you can join the Celestial clan. I will contact them, and after being trained by them, you may be able to set foot in the God's domain in the future. Okay, I will definitely enter the God's domain and attain the divine Tao before Brother Tianming comes of age. I won't lose to him. Xiao Dai, I will use the space channel to send you back to God's domain first. I will also go to the upper realm to pick up Zlin and the others. Yes, Huis Band. There are also Xinyuan Chenfeng and the others, so let's take them back to the God's domain to cultivate. Lingyin Realm. Brother Luo Zhang, I thought you would stay here for a while. I also want to stay for a while, but time waits for no one, and there are other things that need to be done. Are you Soins to the Mother World? I heard your father mention it before in the Immortal Mansion. Yes, returning to the Mother World and revitalizing the 9 Li pace is my new mission. Hee hee. What are you laughing about? You guys, is it possible that you also want to go to the Mother World? After all, we've been in God's domain for quite some time now, and we've almost raised our cultivation levels. In fact, recently we have been studying the true meaning of Eternal Sword collected by Luo Xishuan. Yes, the 3 of us also want to improve ourselves and hope to have the opportunity to see a bigger world. But there should be many difficulties and obstacles in the Mother World, I'm afraid. Don't worry about our safety. Now that we have decided to go there, it is inevitable to face danger, and we will be careful. Don't worry too much. Since they want to go, you should respect their decision. Actually, I'm a bit curious about the Mother World too. Why do you also want to go? Okay, then I will take you back to the God's domain first, and then put you into my inner world when we set off, and we will go to the Mother World together. It's a deal. After more than 10 days in the God's domain, Ming Wei's injuries should have healed. I'll go back and discuss with them about traveling to the Mother World and study the flying boat. 1 day later. God's domain. This approaching heaven flying boat is actually a great gift sent from afar by Wei Xian. If we can use this approaching heaven flying boat to go to the Mother World, we can save a lot of time. If you were flying through chaos at your speed, how long would it take to get to the Mother World? Calculated according to the number of years in the God's domain, if I use full speed to fly, it will take about 10,000 to 20,000 years. It takes 10,000 to 20,000 years to get there? Hee hee, that's still the time it took for Ming Wei Sect Master to escape at full speed. Like most of us, we still have to rest and continue, so the time it takes can only be longer. But it's different with this flying boat. This flying boat travels through chaos space, and its speed is countless times faster than the ordinary other shore realm. How's the investigation going? This flying boat needs divine crystals to drive it, but I didn't find any divine crystals in it. They must have consumed them all. The power of the slaughter punishment moonlight was so powerful that it must have relied on the power of the divine crystal. We can think of another solution to the problem of the divine crystal. Besides, I also found a tracking talisman array, and this talisman array was activated. Tracking talisman. If there is a tracking talisman array, the location of the god's domain may be exposed. The arrival of Wei Xian and the others has brought a lot of trouble to the god's domain. If more people from the other shore are attracted, or even true powerhouses among the bear race, the god's domain may be in danger of being destroyed. The situation is not that bad. Although the tracking talisman array was turned on, the bear race only knew that Wei Xian died here, and did not know what happened to Wei Xian. Chaos is so huge, anything could have happened. However, this Wei Xian should be a person of some status in the bear race. His death may attract some people's attention. If the bear race really sends others to investigate, the situation will not be good. Therefore, God's domain cannot stay here forever. I will move the God's domain as soon as possible. This matter should not be delayed, and the God's domain should be hidden as soon as possible. Okay, I'll take action now. Sun Temple. The last time I entered here, I used the sun-resisting umbrella to barely resist the essence fire in the depths of the sun. Now I only need a thought to enter. Pew pew pew. Huh. There seems to be a violent energy fluctuation at the bottom of the god's domain. It's the green lethal fire magma that's flowing. When the god's domain is still, there is no movement in the green lethal fire magma flow, but once it moves, the green lethal fire magma flow responds. Could it be that the power of the entire god's domain comes from this green lethal fire magma stream? The speed should be steady now. The god's domain has been activated, and I will no longer need to control it in a short period of time. Through the nascent will, I can clearly feel the green lethal fire magma flow underground, but cannot sense where it comes from. It stands to reason that since I have inherited the nascent will, I can know everything in the god's domain, so why can't I find its source? I will use my divine sense to find out. The bottom of God's domain. I didn't expect that there would be so much green liquid at the bottom of God's domain. Huh? Is that a vortex? I need to go inside and take a look. What happened? My divine sense disappeared. It was like being sucked away by the vortex. How did this vortex come about? Could it be that it has something to do with me activating the god's domain? I'll find out when I give it a try. Luo Zhang had just activated the god's domain. Why did he stop it now? Maybe he discovered something. Sure enough, the big vortex disappeared, and the green lethal fire magma gradually calmed down. It seems that the Abyss vortex is probably the source of power of the god's domain, but what exactly is inside the vortex? For now, let God's domain continue its journey. Let's go back and inform old Jean and the others. I'm back. Luo Zhang, why did you stop the god's domain just now? Because I found some strange things at the bottom of God's domain, but I couldn't enter it with my divine sense, so I planned to go there myself. The bottom of the god's domain? Is it related to the green lethal fire magma? That's right. When I controlled the god's domain to move forward, I discovered that the green lethal fire magma was actually the source of the god's domain's power. Moreover, during the movement of the god's domain, a large vortex appeared in the green lethal fire magma flow, and my divine sense disappeared when I tried to enter it. With my nascent will, I couldn't sense the source of the green lethal fire magma flow, so I guessed that there must be something hidden in the Abyss vortex. When you say this, it reminds me of a question. A flying boat like this flying in the sky needs to consume a lot of divine crystals to travel in chaos. And for a ship as huge as God's domain, the amount of divine crystals it needs to consume will be an astronomical number. That's right, Fuer and I discussed this issue before when we were outside God's domain. We couldn't figure out what means the Grand Chief used to power this ship. Perhaps the means to power the god's domain is hidden in the green lethal fire magma. Are you planning to enter the green lethal fire magma in person? Old Jean and I will go with you to investigate. I am going too. And me too. Since everyone is so interested, let's go together. At the other end of the space channel is the green lethal fire magma. Before entering, you should be prepared. Understood. It's time for my armor amulet to come out. Everyone is ready, let's go. The bottom of God's domain. The temperature of this green lethal fire magma is extremely high, but it is still boiling, which is strange. The vortex is right there. As expected, my divine sense was cut off when I tried to enter the vortex. It seems that we are not being cut off, but being sucked directly into the vortex and losing contact with our souls. If the divine sense is sucked away, doesn't it mean that there is another layer of space in the vortex? It is indeed possible, or there is a treasure in the center of the vortex that can absorb souls. After I made the god's domain still, the big vortex also disappeared. This area was empty and there was nothing. If you want to know what is in the vortex, you probably have to go in. But Luo Zhang. It's too reckless. Although it is a bit reckless, there is no other way at the moment. Let's go in and take a look. Besides, he still controls the will of the god's domain, so it should be fine. I can feel a space fluctuation. There really is something else here. What's going on? The space fluctuations are getting bigger and bigger. This is divine crystals? We found one in Xianyuan Guard's corpse earlier, but there are so many hidden here. These are all divine crystals. Could I be dreaming? There are so many divine crystals. These are all left by the Grand Chief. There are so many of them. Today we are still thinking about what to use to power the flying boat. We did not expect to find so many divine crystals here. What an unexpected harvest. I have only heard you give a brief introduction to the divine crystal before. Is it really that important? Of course. Divine crystal is the main currency in the Mother World, and it is also the only means for strong people in the other shore realm to replenish their energy. Everything in the Mother World operates with the help of divine crystals. But the energy contained in them isn't particularly powerful. But the energy contained in the divine crystal can nourish the other shore's token, allowing them to unleash even greater power. Does that mean it has the same effect as the soul pill? It's different. The two major currencies in the Mother World are soul pills and divine crystals. Soul pills can be used on the Sea of True Meaning and the other shore, and their function is to enhance the power of the soul. The divine crystal is used in the Mother World, and its function is to nourish the other shore's tokens. Since divine crystals are used to nourish tokens from the other side, why does the flying boat need divine crystals to be powered? The approaching heaven flying boat is not an other shore realm expert, so does the boat also have an other shore token? The guess is correct. The approaching heaven flying boat was forged by some special other shore realm powerhouses, and their ability is to project other shore tokens onto certain items. That's why you only need the divine crystal to power the boat. Project the other shore's token onto certain items. It may be difficult to understand now, but when you reach the other shore in the future, it will be extremely simple to understand. This is probably the greatest legacy left to us by the Grand Chief. I probably understand where the green lethal fire magma flow outside comes from. I get it too. Where did they come from? Follow me. One incense stick of time later. The further you go inside, the more divine crystals there are. Here it is. Take a look. A cauldron. Could it be that this is the other shore's token? Correct answer. This is the profound meteor cauldron from the 18th layer of the other shore. The green lethal fire magma was not originally called the green lethal fire magma, but the fire of profound meteor, so this profound meteor cauldron is the Grand Chief's token of the other shore. The other shore's token of the 18th layer are indeed pretty good. But it is impossible for the chief to use this cauldron as the other shore's token. After all, for a being like Chi-Yu, his other shore's token would be at least above the 30th layer. Since it's not my grandfather's token of the other shore, why does it appear here? A other shore's token was also thrown into Wei Xian's flying boat, but it was not the token of the other shore. This cauldron was probably the chief's request for others to put it here as a driving power for the god's domain. I see. I'm afraid most of the divine crystals accumulated by the entire Nine Li race over countless years are here. If it is only used to power the god's domain, it would be too wasteful. I wonder what the Grand Chief's arrangement means. I don't know what the Grand Chief's intention is, but we're definitely in trouble now. What's that? They are Azurewood puppet soldier. Those are very strong. How strong are they? You and I can only take down a few with all our strength. The Azurewood puppet soldier is Nine Li race's war puppet. The lowest level of it is equivalent to a true god, but those in front of you are obviously more advanced. They also have other shore's token embedded in their bodies, and they have the strength to fight against the powerhouses of the other shore. Since there are such powerful puppet soldiers in the god's domain, why doesn't Grandpa use them to protect the god's domain? It's very simple. These Azurewood puppet soldiers can only move within one of the great arrays. The chief does not have the ability to cover the entire god's domain with this great array. They can only be used to protect this place. If we break in without permission, we will naturally be attacked by them. Why continue analyzing? Let's retreat quickly. The puppet soldiers are dangerous. If we get surrounded by them, I'm afraid we will all die here. Pew pew pew. There are too many. We can't escape. Lu Zhang. The power contained in these light cones is far beyond expectations and is only slightly weaker than Slaughter Punishment Moonlight. I'll hold them off. You guys go first. Be careful then. They are not very intelligent and do not know how to divide their troops to chase down old Jean and others. The combined attack power of so many puppet soldiers is equivalent to 10 slaughter punishment moonlight. Time C. Although the attack can be transferred to the surface of Saint Mountain, even the indestructible Saint Mountain may not be able to withstand such a powerful force. Saint Mountain is crucial to the god's domain. If it collapses, it may cause unpredictable troubles. Let's first transfer some of these attacks to those desolate and remote areas. But continuing like this is not an option. Forget it. After Ming Wei and Old escape from this place, I have to leave quickly. Why are you back? We can't find the way out. The place with the spatial fluctuations we used to enter has completely disappeared. I tried to use the true meaning of void destruction, but I couldn't create a spatial channel leading outside. We've tried everything, but there's no way out. This is truly troublesome. Although I'm not afraid of the Azurewood puppet soldiers' attacks, but if they continue unleashing their power, the entire god's domain will be in chaos. These puppets cannot attack endlessly. The energy in their bodies will eventually be exhausted, right? Don't forget that there are divine crystals everywhere here. Then find a way to smash all the puppet soldiers. That's the only way. Fortunately, their intelligence is very low, and they seem to only clear out the enemies in front of them before choosing the next target. Then you attract the attack of the puppet soldiers, and we destroy them from behind. Okay, I'll apply pressure from the front. Why, they stop attacking. Luo Zhang. What's going on? I don't know. They stopped attacking after I took out the soaring snake sword. Is it something to do with the soaring snake sword? In that case, let's give it a try and see if it's really because of the soaring snake sword. Hey, do these puppets react so fast? It seems that it is really because of the soaring snake sword. Well, it is good to figure out the reason. The crisis is over for the time being. It seems that the token that can enter this place is the Grand Chief's soaring snake sword. I should have pulled it out from the beginning. They're leaving. The Grand Chief must be using the Azurewood puppet soldiers to protect something. Since the soaring snake sword can protect us from attack, we might as well go forward and explore. Okay, let's follow them and take a look. 1 incense stick of time later. A bridge? Here, sure enough, as Fuer said, there really is a great array here. Let's go on and see what's ahead. This is statue of Chi Yu, the Grand Chief. This statue, the other 5 hands have weapons, but this one is empty. The soaring snake sword should be missing. Oh no, the great array has started again. Those Azurewood puppet soldiers are going to wake up. They only recognize the soaring snake sword. Luo Zhang, pick up the sword. I can't get it out. Oh no, they're coming. The statue is moving? What the hell is going on? Who are you? Why do you possess my sword? Grand Chief. It's the voice of the Grand Chief. We are 9 Li guards. Grand Chief. 9 Li guard? I gave the soaring snake sword to my daughter Luo Shuei for safekeeping. I wonder where she is now. Report to the Grand Chief. The princess is in God's domain. This is your grandson. My grandson? Young man, show me your blood. I can feel that this statue contains only a remnant soul, but this remnant soul still puts great pressure on me. Luo Zhang. Give him a drop of blood. Okay. You are indeed Luo Shut's son. You stay, others please wait beyond the bridge. Yes, sir. Hi, is your bloodline impure? I sense the scent of G in it. Tell me the reason. G? You mean the Chaos Ancient God? You are so keen, you discovered the problem of bloodline in this way. Yes, the owner is indeed G. Number 9527, young man. You still have such a little thing hidden in your body. Little thing, you are not G himself. You are just a spiritual puppet created by him using his soul. Say, why do you want to be parasitic on my descendants? Number 9527. It's simple. Luo Zhang has been chosen by the Lord. Chosen for what? The Lord hopes that he will become the Lord of End. He'll become the Lord of End? He became Lord of End? What else? I treasure my blood so much, why would I hand down my blood to a commoner? Do you think that 9 Li's bloodline is nobler than that of my master? Why did you choose him? You created your own world and directly nurtured the seeds. Why are you asking me? The Lord chose him because he is the most suitable. What's more, if Luo Zhang is chosen as Lord of End, I will also help you to revive the 9 Li race. Why not cooperate with each other? Your name is Luo Zhang? Yes. I'd like to meet your mother. It's not hard to get her here, but I can't get out of this space. It's okay now, go. Floating Islands Palace. Luo Shui, after resting in the palace for a while, let's travel around the god's domain. Yes, husband, mother. Zhanger, what's the matter? Someone wants to see you. Who is it? Come with me and we'll find out. Father, you should come too. Hup, okay. Zhanger, who want to see me, so mysterious, father? Luo Shui. Father, I miss you so much. What happened in the god's domain? Why is your body gone? What a surprise, Luo Shui's father. Mother probably has a lot to talk to Grandpa. Father, a lot of things have happened to me in God's domain in the past few years, half an hour later. That's roughly it. Zhanger inherited the God's domain's will and just brought us here. Back then, I released the God's domain to fly without anyone's knowledge. I didn't think that it would bring you such suffering. Father, it is not your fault, but why didn't you use your soul fragment to control the God's domain? If you had done so, it would have given our 9 Li race an advantage. That's because they have the means to track down all of my soul fragments. Therefore, if I placed my soul fragment in the God's domain, then I would have exposed its location. In that case, I'm afraid that the God's domain couldn't have remained hidden up to this point, but now you are also, no, I am not even a soul remnant now. This is just a trace of my will created by the stone-splitting soul method. I can only last for a short time, so I'll disappear soon. That's why I was so eager to see you. Is this the last time we meet? Maybe, maybe not. What should we do, then? I will never give up as long as there's hope, no matter how small it is. That glimmer of hope is too slim. Even if I resurrect myself, it will be difficult to reverse 9 Li race's fate. I only hope that you can hide among the chaos and survive in the God's domain. But the mother world is no longer suitable for the 9 Li race. I released this ship to fly in order to provide a means of escape for our race. Now that I have known how you survived, I'm content. Father, I can promise you anything else, but I cannot stand by and watch the 9 Li race always hide like hunted animals in the God's domain. Haha. You are indeed my daughter. In fact, I had already given that glimmer of hope to you the night before the release of God's domain. The one who goes to the mother world cannot be you, nor can it be other people from the 9 Li race. You are talking about Luo Zhang and my other daughter, Luo Yan? Yes, I want them to go to the mother world. One of them will go to Li Mountain, and the other one will go back. I want to go with them. Not possible. There are some things that you cannot participate in. And even I cannot decide. You must listen to your father. Okay. And you, please be kind to my daughter. I will take good care of Luo Shui. Luo Shut, retreat beyond the bridge. I have something to explain to Luo Zhang. Yes. If Ji really chooses Luo Zhang as the Lord of End. In some aspects our goals are indeed the same. That's what I thought from the beginning. How much help can Ji give Luo Zhang? My master has fallen into a deep sleep, and what can be given to Luo Zhang now is only part of the bloodline, and the divine ability to use the bloodline. It's not enough. It's useless for you to bargain with me. I don't have the authority, not to mention that Luo Zhang is just a true god now. Before stepping into the other shore, everything is just hope. Grandpa is using me to ask for favors from that SI. There's no sound. He doesn't want me to hear what they're talking about. Hey, Grandpa. What did Grandpa say to you? I won't tell you, but your fate is in my hands. Just do as I say from now on. Damn it. You're so secretive. Hee. Zhanger, the statue of Grandpa has withered, and that trace of will has also dissipated. My father has really gone, but I am satisfied to be able to see him here for the last time. Don't worry, Mother. Grandpa is gone, but the 9 Li people are still here. I will definitely revive our 9 Li race. Han Clan's floating island. Mother, Auntie is in the Han Clan's palace. Go and chat with her. Luo Shui, Zhanger is right. Ling Shui should also know about this. Okay. Luo Zhang the Grand Chief is really dead now. I was thinking that since the 9 Li people have been reborn in God's domain, instead of returning to the mother world and taking risks, we might as well stay here to protect the princess and God's domain and revive our 9 Li race. That's what I thought too. You can stay here. The newer race will go to the mother world with me, so you don't have to worry about my safety. Luo Zhang. I have determined that Luo Yan's bloodline sealed by the 6-pattern bloodline storing seed is indeed Nua's bloodline. But she didn't want to go to Lee Mountain with me. Yenner said before that she just wanted to stay here to accompany father and mother. As for Grandpa's request, I'll find another time to talk to her. That would be great. Next, I will collect all the divine crystals in the vortex, and you please continue to study the approaching heaven-flying boat. Don't worry, leave it to us. The bottom of primordial chaos. God's domain has finally left. Are you planning to return to the mother world? I'm leaving. You hear me? Gee. Answer me. Your choice may not be the right one. If he didn't possess this potential, I might have helped him. If he does, I will definitely look for an opportunity to replace him. Humph. Just lie here for the rest of your life. Pew pew pew. Half a month later, Yenner's cooking skills have improved greatly. You should praise Sister Yuqin. She taught me everything. Yenner is being modest. You're so smart, you don't need to be taught. Why don't you say anything, mother? You've been acting strange lately. Do you have something to say to me? Huh? I know that mother has something on her mind, and so are you, but you just don't want to speak to me directly. Let me guess, when that woman named Mingwei was testing my bloodline, she asked me if I would like to go to Lee Mountain. I don't know where that place is, but it's definitely not in God's domain. And you probably couldn't say no to her, could you? No, it's just Mingwei's words. Even if my father and mother agree, I won't agree to let you go. In fact, it's because our grandpa, one incense stick of time later. The point is, Grandpa hopes you go to Lee Mountain. What do you think, Yenner? Yenner, we all respect your choices. You don't have to worry about anything else. That's right. In other words, even if I don't go to Lee Mountain, my brother will leave God's domain? Yes, in that case, I agree to go to Lee Mountain. No. I won't let you leave. I have no interest in the mother world. The God's domain is so big. Why should you set foot in strange places? Yuqin, this is something I must do. It's not as simple as whether you agree or disagree. If you have to leave God's domain, you can take us with you. As long as we hide in your inner world. But if I die, my inner world will also collapse. How will your safety be guaranteed then? If you die, how can I live without you? But don't worry, we also want to see what the mother world looks like. Don't hesitate, this decision is not made by you, but by us. Wherever you go, I'll go. Okay, I got it. 1 month later, the tracking talisman array in the flying boat has been destroyed. Now I only need to place the divine crystal and drive it freely. Okay, then we are almost ready to set off. Yenner, no matter what happens, you must come back alive. This is my only request. Yes, Mother. Mother. I'll miss you and Father. Father, even though Yuan Qingdao has fallen, as long as he can restore his cultivation after being reborn using the reincarnation soul tool, you can hand over the sun-resisting umbrella that I left for you to him, and he can continue to control the flight direction of the entire God's domain. Okay, leave the God's domain to me now. You can go with peace of mind and protect Yenner. Qi, you must be careful when you go with Luo Jing this time. Yes. Father, Mother, farewell. Take care of yourselves. And be careful along the way. I'm finally sons to the mother world. I don't know what's waiting for me there. Pew pew pew. Luo Jing's inner world. Ha 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 ha. I have comprehended all 3,000 divine daos. I can't believe I'm so powerful. Unfortunately, suppressed by the rules of this world, the 3,000 divine daos have never been able to merge into perfection, remaining at 2994. However, it doesn't matter. After all, I won't be trapped in this world forever. My goal is to comprehend all truths and laws, becoming the sole master of all things in the world. Yenner, why are you standing here in a daze? Brother, how come you are so handsome today? It's time to start a new journey, so I want to change my look. Are you still thinking about Father and Mother? Yes, our family finally got together, and now we are separated again. Don't worry too much, Yenner. Aren't I still by your side? When this trip is over, there will still be a long time before we can reunite with our parents. Yes. Luo Zhang. That thing still feels weird to me. Did Qiyu really not tell you where you should go? He really didn't let me know about this. In that case, Lee Mountain is a good place to go. Although you are not from the Manhwa race, there are many foreigners in Lee Mountain. In Lee Mountain, I will help you get the resources you need, Master Mingwei. Thank you for your kindness, but if I just want stability, I would be fine if I stayed in the God's domain. There is no need to come back to the mother world. Okay, then. Now that even Chi Yu himself has fallen, it is almost impossible for the 9 Li race to restore their former glory. Now how much trouble will he stir up when he returns to Mother World? I would kindly warn him and give him some advice, but unfortunately I am just an outsider after all. Brother, I still have some questions about Li Mountain. I'll go talk to Master Mingwei first. Okay. The journey through the chaos is quite dull. Even with the speed of the approaching heaven-flying boat, it will take several years to reach the Mother World. They are all using this time to cultivate. I'll take this opportunity to visit Xiao Dai and the others in my inner world. I've built new Immortal Mansion and Cloud Palace for them in the inner world before. I wonder if they have gotten used to it. Inner world. Xiao Dai and the others should be in the Cloud Palace. Let's go to the Immortal Mansion to see Brother Chenfeng and the others first. 3 of you. How about it? Are you still getting used to living in this replica of the Immortal Mansion? Luo Zhang. You're here. Of course, the one you built is almost the same as the one destroyed by Han Qingdi in the Whirlpool Forest. That's good. By the way, Brother Luo Zhang, how long will it take to reach the Mother World? It's estimated to take several years. Until then, you can stay inside my inner world. When I reach the Mother World and find the right time, I'll let you out. Good, then we'll wait here. At the entrance of the Cloud Palace. He has been kneeling here for so long, is he not planning to leave? What are you doing? Luo Zhang. You're finally here. What's wrong? This man has been kneeling here for months. Ask him who he is and what he wants to do, but he didn't tell me. It's Evil God. I see, I'll go and chat with him. Evil God, why are you here? Creator. I have never begged anyone in my life except for you, Creator. Please honor your promise. You get up first. If you don't promise me, I won't get up. I've already promised you, but now is not the time. Any time is fine. I am currently in the midst of chaos. With your current level of cultivation, stepping into chaos would undoubtedly mean death. I am going to a greater world, and when that time comes, I will definitely let you go free. Can the Creator promise me this? These 2 women should be the Creator's wives. If he can give me his word in front of his wives, then it should be credible. Yes, the first thing I'll do when I cross over to that world is to set you free. Get up now. If you haven't freed me by then, I will definitely continue to kneel here. Okay, huh? How many divine Daos have you cultivated now? How many? There are only 3,000 divine Daos in this world, so naturally, I've cultivated all 3,000. 3,000 divine Daos. The evil god's talents are astonishingly impressive. I borrowed the Infinity Ruler to accommodate 3,000 divine Daos. If I relied solely on my own talent, it would take a long time to cultivate. Yet, the evil god's cultivation doesn't add up to more than 10 years. How did he comprehend 3,000 divine Daos so quickly? However, as this world rules suppresses my power, I cannot reach perfection in my 3,000 divine Daos, and I can't cultivate the divine abilities at the perfected level. Since you've practiced the 3,000 divine Daos, have you ever tried to merge them? These divine Daos were originally meant to be merged, right? Creator, you have merged the divine Daos several times. After many observations, I have already merged 2,994 out of the 3,000 divine Daos. What? Can you demonstrate the merged divine abilities? Yes, I can. Don't be in a hurry. I have a friend who wants to come and observe. I'll call him. Number 9527, come in and see. There are living beings in my inner world that have been able to merge 2,994 divine Daos. I don't believe it. How can you possibly merge 3,000 divine Daos? That's why I asked you to come and see for yourself. Creator, this is a light ball with soul power? Can you change your form? Of course I can. How about this? Don't you have a better looking shape? That's a lot of demands. That'll do it. Come. Let me see how great your ability is. It's the first time I've seen you in this form, and I'm really not used to it. Should I change back to the previous eyeball? No, don't let me see that thing again. You can start now. Okay. What a terrifying power. Unexpectedly, this person in Luo Zhen's inner world has actually merged 2,994 divine Daos. It is really unimaginable. I've already merged 2600 divine Daos. Do you want me to continue? I want to see your limit. Okay. The Dao is getting stronger. Let's put a protective barrier on them first. 2994, go. Not bad, it's incredible. I didn't expect that the beings in your inner world can merge the energy of the Tao to this extent. There are only 6 divine Taos left. Do you still want to stick to your original opinion? It is impossible to achieve the unification of the great Taos again. That is the absolute rule. Even if someone has merged 2,999 divine Taos, I would still have the same opinion, but practicing the merging Tao energy as a divine ability is indeed a great skill. Does the Creator need me to demonstrate the merging method again? No need, I have understood how you can merge these divine Taos. Then I'll take my leave now, hoping that the Creator can fulfill his promise as soon as possible. Don't worry. What promise did this man ask you for? He wants to leave my inner world. Are you going to just let him go? This person merged 2,994 divine Taos in just 10 years. His talent is very rare. The future achievements of such a person are immeasurable, and it would be a pity to let him go like this. What, are you Seuss's Ting putting a slave mark on him? I don't like that approach. Since he can achieve his current level of cultivation and achievements with his own talent, if he wants to leave, I will not stop him. Of course, it does not refer to the slave mark, not to mention that no matter how powerful the slave mark is, there is a way to break it. In Motherworld, there are many powerful people who can give birth to geniuses in their inner worlds. As far as I know, the way to retain them is very simple. By what method? One of the people who was left behind happened to be your father, didn't he? My father? Do you mean make him a saint? The rebirth land? This is a very common method. Through the rebirth land, his strength will be improved, but his fate will be bound with your inner world. It's not difficult for you to set up the rebirth land. You can ask Mingwei about the methods, and she'll certainly know. If I give Evil God a rebirth land, it's equivalent to partitioning a portion of my inner world for him, allowing him to further his cultivation and attain the realm of a great perfection true God. After that, he can also cultivate the true meaning of the Tao. I really look forward to how quickly this guy can comprehend the true meaning of the Tao, then give it a try. I'll be leaving now. Okay. Husband. You're back. Husband. How is the situation outside? Everything's fine, so I came back to be with you all. A time barrier has been placed on the floating island, synchronizing the time here with the outside, so you shouldn't find it too hard to bear. By the way, where is Nyener? He found the days here a bit dull and went off to wander in other parts of the inner world. Husband, you've come back so rarely, you must spend time with me. Of course, I will. 1 week later. Huh? What happened? Why did the flying boat leave the space channel and enter chaos? Why did it leave the space channel? This approaching heaven flying boat cannot shuttle in the space channel for a long time. It will have to leave after a while and wait until the space channel is rebuilt. Don't worry, I'm a good pilot. That's good to hear. Now that Mingwei has completely focused in meditation, it is better to wait until she is finished before asking about the rebirth land. After all, we won't be able to reach the mother world anytime soon, and there will be plenty of opportunities in the future. Let's enter the Sea of True Meaning and take a look. It's about time. We can enter the space channel again now. What's going on? I don't know, the flying boat is out of control. Look. What's that? That's a black hole? It's a hole in the chaos. The 10 most ferocious beasts of chaos will leave a void cave after traveling through space. They are ferocious beasts that wander outside the mother world, lurking in the depths of chaos and rarely approaching the mother world. But every time they appear, there will be huge twists and turns. In the mother world, only the top strong ones can compete with them. So what dangers are there in this void cave? There is no danger in the void cave itself. Fierce beasts like the sky-rending rhinoceros is proficient in the space law. It doesn't need to use techniques like the grand teleportation when it travels through the chaos. Essentially, grand teleportation is the ability to fold space, and creatures like the sky-rending rhinoceros can directly open a door and connect anywhere in the chaos at will. The door to space opened by the sky-rending rhinoceros is the void cave. Then when we pass through this void cave, we will go to another place in the chaos? Yes. But the chaos is empty and huge, and it is also filled with all kinds of unknowns and desperate places. I don't know what we will encounter after crossing the void cave. There's no need to be nervous, right? Maybe this way can help us and allow us to enter the mother world early? That's true, but if the other side of this hole is connected to the ruins graveyard or the Deathland, we'll all end up dead. Brother, don't pay attention to Chi-Yi's nonsense. Our luck is not that bad. Yenner, don't be afraid. We can't be that unlucky to end up in those ghostly places. Okay. With brother by my side, Yenner isn't afraid anymore. It's just that the pulling force of the void cave is too great, so there's no need to control the flying boat anymore. This journey is already full of dangers, which always makes Yenner scared. Maybe sending her to Lee Mountain was actually a mistake, and it would be better for her to stay with our parents. Don't be afraid, we should be able to get through in a few minutes. Okay. This void cave can fold the space between two places, so naturally, it should still operate according to the laws of space. But in this dark space, not even a trace of space law can be sensed. This sky-rending rhinoceros's method is really wonderful. There is light. Brother? Yenner, don't look. Close your eyes. No, the worst has happened. It's the sky-rending rhinoceros. When I was a child, I read about the sky-rending rhinoceros in an ancient book. Several years ago, the sky-rending rhinoceros descended upon the motherworld and wreaked havoc in the Cold Light province, nearly obliterating it. Later, it fought with the Zhuron clan. It is said that although the Zhuron clan had the absolute upper hand, they still had no way to defeat it. In the end, the sky-rending rhinoceros effortlessly pierced through space and vanished into chaos. The void cave left by sky-rending rhinoceros after traveling through the chaos did not exist for a long time. When we see the black hole, it means that sky-rending rhinoceros has just entered the void cave not long ago, and it is easy to encounter it. The more you worry about something, the more it will happen. The aura of the sky-rending rhinoceros is so powerful that it can directly destroy the soul of a true god. Yenner, eat it. Old Jean gave it to me. You have not yet stepped into the sea of true meaning, and Yang's soul cannot bear the pressure. You must quickly replenish the power of your soul. Mingwei, why is it staring at us like this? Is it planning to kill us with its gaze? I don't know much about it. What should we do now? Such a ferocious beast is definitely something we can't fight against. It's useless to do anything now. Just stand still. It doesn't seem to have any intention of attacking us. It seems to be sniffing for something. It makes such a harsh sound. What does it mean? Fierce beasts like it have extraordinary intelligence. If they want to know something, they should be able to communicate with us directly. Maybe it doesn't think it's worthy of communicating with us. Hey, Luo Zhang. Leave the flying boat and let me talk to this guy. Does it come for you? That's right, sky-rending rhinoceros's senses are extremely keen. It should have sensed the power of my soul. You can communicate with him? Yes, just go to him. Luo Zhang, are you crazy? I'll go talk to him. It comes for me. It's coming for you? How is that possible? Brother, stay here. Trust me, it's okay. Is it talking to you? How do you communicate? I am too small now. It is very difficult to use my consciousness to directly communicate with such a giant. It seems that I have to borrow your body. Okay, you can enter my mind. Sa. Luo Zhang made the same sound as sky-rending rhinoceros. Can this guy really communicate with it? It looks like it, but Luo Zhang can't risk his life. If he offends sky-rending rhinoceros with some nonsense, he will know the consequences very soon. But each race in chaos has its own language. The intelligent, ferocious beasts can master the language of the human race, but it is difficult for humans to master the languages of other races. How did Luo Zhang master the language of sky-rending rhinoceros? Sa. Half an hour later. They have been communicating for so long. Luo Zhang's tone sounded calm, as if he was explaining something, while sky-rending rhinoceros's tone sounded more anxious. It's more like feeling aggrieved. Luo Zhang actually convinced sky-rending rhinoceros to leave. Brother made it. It just walked away, looking very unconvinced. What did you say to it? I told it to get out of the way, and opened a void cave to the mother world. Then if we follow it through this void cave, won't we be able to get close to the mother world soon? That's right. Just follow it. But since you've been talking for so long, it's impossible that you only communicated this sentence, right? No way. It takes so long to say a sentence in the language of sky-rending rhinoceros. If you don't want to tell me, forget it, you're hiding everything from me anyway. But fortunately you are here, otherwise I really don't know how to deal with this guy. You can thank me. Let's go. The sky-rending rhinoceros promised to open a void cave to the mother world. After traveling through the void cave, we should be very close to the mother world. What? How can this be done? Don't ask me how I did it or what sky-rending rhinoceros said. In fact, I don't understand either. Let's just follow it. Brother is so powerful, it is natural to do this, no need to question. Okay, then I'm going to pilot the boat. I didn't expect that I could take such a shortcut this time and cross the chaos with the help of Skyrending Rhinoceros. Your performance is always impressive. I'm flattered. This should save a lot of time. Half an hour later. There's light up ahead. This is the other side of the Void Cave. The two Void Caves entrances correspond to each other. The entrance is pure black and the exit is pure white. Let's go there. Let's go. Are we there yet? There was nothing but clouds. Isn't this the Mother World? No, of course this is the Mother World. Skyrending Rhinoceros has indeed brought us to our destination. However, it is still some distance away from the Mother World. The Mother World is right above those clouds. It's just that the chaos clouds cover the Mother World. We'll be able to see it after passing through them. This distance doesn't seem close. It should take another 3 or 4 months to get close to the Mother World, then there is still time. By the way, I wonder if Master Mingwei has a way to create a rebirth land. There's an extremely talented genius in my inner world. I want to give him a rebirth land. Genius? How talented? Is he better than you, Luo Zhang? Maybe in some aspects, this person is really better than me. If he is released, I'm afraid it will be difficult to contain him in the future. Giving him the rebirth land can be considered a precaution to prevent the worst from arising. The method used to grant a rebirth land is not that complicated. Shirlian, copy the method into a jade scroll and give it to Luo Zhang. Yes, sir. I have used my divine sense to record the method on this jade scroll. Thank you. I see. Then I will go to my inner world first. Okay. Inner world. Barren land. I failed again. No matter how much I try, I make no progress after merging 2,994 divine Daos. What should I do? That's all, anyway, it's just a matter of time to merge all 3,000 divine Daos, so let's stop here today. Yuju, I'm back. My husband is back. We have a guest. Creator? Why is the Creator here? I have something to tell you. Why did you move into this thatched hut? This place is closer to the place where I practice unification of the Great Tao's energy, and living in a shabby place is a better way to hone my will. Does the Creator want to tell you something about releasing me from this world? Yes, the date has changed. According to the new plan, I'll be able to release you in 2 to 3 years at the most. Really? But before that, I want to make you a saint. A saint? I will merge your inner world with a part of this world. Then, even if you immortality, in the sense that when you die outside, you will be reborn in this world again. Moreover, the restrictions on your cultivation will be reduced by 1 level, and you will be able to achieve great perfection. L. Do I have a choice? No, you don't. If you agree, come to the floating island to see me tomorrow. Husband, it shouldn't be a bad thing for the Creator to make you a saint, but you seem to be. Although I don't know what a saint means, I can see what he means. If I merge my inner world with this place, I will definitely be controlled by him in the future. I didn't expect that he would do this in the end. He never wanted to give me true freedom. Husband, are you still going to meet him? Well, I don't have a choice. What else can I do? But after I leave this world, I will definitely find a way to separate my inner world from here, so that I will no longer be controlled by him. I'll surpass him. It seems that giving the evil god a rebirth land is the right thing to do. At least it will ensure that he will not become my enemy for the time being. However, his ambition is so great and his talent is so high, I really don't know what will happen in the future after letting him out. The next day. Have you decided? Since the Creator is thinking about my safety, I have no reason to refuse. Okay, come with me then. This is the waterhole. So in there. Yes. Just stand in there and wait for a moment. Slowly enter the water. I will divide a part of my inner world to you, and through this pool of water, you can merge with that part. The method of entrusting the rebirth land is not complicated. The whole process is similar to the Saint Spring in the Saint Mountain. This is not the god's domain, so it shouldn't take too long to seal the rebirth land. Half an hour later. Okay, you can come out now. Next, you will be able to break through the restrictions and hit the great perfection true God. Let me see how far you can cultivate before you leave. Don't worry, Creator, I won't let you down. Then I'll leave first. Was it a mistake to agree to let this guy go to the Mother World? That's all. The Mother World is not my Mother World after all. Nine Li race was completely destroyed. Even if evil Sod really makes waves in the mother world in the future, what does it have to do with me if it causes earth-shaking chaos? 3 months goes by very quickly. Let's get back on the ship and spend more time with Heir. 3 months later. We're almost there. Fortunately, we haven't encountered any other dangers along the way, but we must hide the approaching heaven-flying boat first. We are too close to the mother world now. If we happen to encounter the Xinyuan shards patrolling around, it's very possible to be exposed, so it's better to be careful. Yes. I've never seen anything like this before. Is this the mother world? Well, this is the bottom of the mother world. In fact, the mother world is not flat. You can imagine it as a sphere. You mean it's a star? It's somewhat similar, but it's not a perfect circle, it's oval. The people there don't live on the surface of the ball, but inside. Although I said this, I actually haven't been able to completely observe the entire mother world. Brother, look, what's that? It looks like a giant insect? That was the flying boat of the Fei Leech clan. Their clan is good at driving all kinds of insects, and the commonly used flying boats are made of the shells of giant insects. That's why it's called an insect boat. There's really a lot of weird stuff here. Yes, the mother world is much richer and more colorful than God's domain. Fortunately, the people passing by won't pay much attention to us. After all, outsiders don't know there's something wrong with this approaching heaven-flying boat, but we'd better hurry up. If we really run into the Xinyuan guards, and they see through the disguise of the approaching heaven-flying boat, we'll be in trouble. Let's continue heading west. As long as we find the entrance to the mother world and go in, we'll be safe once we reach Li Mountain. Okay, then I'll speed up the approaching heaven-flying boat. Huh? The jade disk is moving. Something's coming towards us from the southeast. It's another approaching heaven-flying boat. How did they find us? I don't know, but this approaching heaven-flying boat is coming at us so aggressively that they must have discovered us. They will probably try to contact us using the Xinyuan Magatama, but since we don't have a Xinyuan Magatama to communicate with them, it will definitely arouse suspicion. Ignore them. Let's quickly leave and find the entrance. Yes, sir. Xinyuan Guard. Ing Yuan. Who from the Xinyuan Guard is in the approaching heaven-flying boat ahead? Report your name immediately. Lord Ing Yuan, that approaching heaven-flying boat is very strange. They even used space laws to hide the body of the ship. If it weren't for your discerning eyes, we wouldn't have been able to see it, and as soon as they saw us, they ran away. You've been trying to contact them with the Magatama for so long, but there's been no response. Could it be that someone has hijacked our Xinyuan guards approaching heaven-flying boat? Normally, when approaching heaven-flying boats meet in the chaos, both sides would report their names and exchange some useful information as a matter of course. But this one ran away as soon as they saw us. It's really abnormal. Who would have the guts to do that? No matter who it is, this matter is very suspicious and must be investigated clearly. Disappear. They have entered the space channel, follow them. The performance of the two approaching heaven-flying boats is almost the same, they can't get rid of us. Even if we enter the space channel, we won't be able to get rid of them, the speed has already been pushed to the limit. And since the approaching heaven-flying boats are almost identical in performance, it's very hard for us to get rid of them. Since the opponent is Xinyuan Guard, they must have Xinyuan Magatama in their hand. Even if they cannot catch up with us, they can still use Xinyuan Magatama to call others to intercept. In that case, Qi, slow down. Slow down? Luo Zhang is right. If the other party informs other Xinyuan guards, we may not be able to get away. In this case, it is better to fight back. But if we do it, it's still risky, so Luo Yin should hide in my inner world. Why do I have a vague premonition in my heart that it will not be so easy to see my brother again after we say goodbye? Yenner, listen to me. After we get through this, we'll let you out. But at a time like this, I shouldn't be willful and cause trouble for my brother. Brother, you must take good care of yourself. Don't worry. Don't worry, we'll never let anything happen to Luo Yin. Okay. Qi, prepare to slow down. Yes, sir. Prepare the slaughter punishment moonlight. Do we have enough god crystals? Don't worry, I collected nearly 2,000 from the bottom of the god realm. We've only used about 60 or 70 on this journey, so we still have plenty. It's enough to unleash the moon slaughter technique. Lord Camp, the opponent has slowed down. I'm not blind, you know. We still can't confirm if they are enemies. Perhaps the Xinyuan guards on the Lingxiao flying boat have urgent matters, which is why they're flying so fast. But since they have slowed down, let's follow them. But everyone, be prepared, just in case they turn out to be enemies, not friends. That's a woman? And she's in the lead? She clearly has the ability to command a Lingxiao flying boat. She must be at least a 5-star Xian Yuan guard, but there's no record of her in their ranks. Could she be from the Heavenly Guard Pavilion? Who are you? No need for words, just unleash it. It's the moon slaughter technique. Oh no. The Lingxiao flying boat's barrier can't withstand the moon slaughter technique's attack. Could they really be from the Heavenly Guard Pavilion? No, it must have been taken over by outsiders. Quick, run. Scatter quickly. Humph. Thought the Xian Yuan guards were quite capable, but they ran away at the sight of the moon slaughter technique. Their flying boat is already destroyed. They won't be able to catch up with us anytime soon. No need to waste time eliminating them. Let's withdraw quickly. All right. Phew. We're lucky to have escaped. The moon slaughter technique can seal space. If they had decided to exterminate us, we would probably have perished here. Calling all Xian Yuan guards, a Lingxiao flying boat has been hijacked by outsiders from the bottom of the Great Hao region. They are reading north towards the Great Hao region, likely trying to enter the Mother Realm through the Triple Fold Pass. Be cautious. They possess a moon slaughter technique formation. I hope the powerful Xian Yuan guards among us can intervene and eliminate them. Triple Fold Pass. Oh? Outsiders have hijacked the Lingxiao flying boat, and it also carries the moon slaughter technique formation. I am Harmonist from the Heavenly Guard Pavilion, and I am currently at the Triple Fold Pass. Who dares to be so bold as to hijack our Lingxiao flying boat? Reply quickly. Great, it's Harmonist Lord. I don't know their identity, but they seem hostile. They attacked us just now. They must be trying to enter the Mother Realm. If they go through the Triple Fold Pass, they'll likely arrive in 3 days. Understood, I'll wait for them here. Hijacking the Lingxiao flying boat is a serious matter, especially one equipped with the moon slaughter technique. Could it be that the original Xian Yuan guards from the Heavenly Guard Pavilion have already fallen? I need to be cautious this time. Although we managed to escape and our identities remain hidden, the Xian Yuan guards will definitely consider us enemies. The group that attacked us will surely inform the other guards. Exactly. If I were them, I would definitely try to calculate our route into the Mother Realm, which means they might intercept us at the Triple Fold Pass. Should we change our route? The Triple Fold Pass is the closest entrance for us, but it's also the most desolate and dangerous route. The guards at the Xian Yuan Pass might be relatively weak. If we change our course now, it will take several more months, and there might be more uncertainties. Even if they can't intercept us in a few days, they will know we've gone to other checkpoints. By then, there might be more Xian Yuan guards lying in wait. Let's stick to our route and go through the Triple Fold Pass. Yes. Master Ming Wei, if there's real danger, can you escape alone? I know it's not the right time to say this, especially since everyone here is your kin, but Yuner, it was my insistence to bring Luo Yuner to Li Mountain in the first place. Protecting her is one of my duties. Rest assured, if we truly encounter overwhelming danger, I will escape. Thank you. Luo Yuner is Luo Zhang's sister. It's natural to worry about family, but these fellow clansmen who have been with us day and night, aren't they also my family? Whether it's Luo Yuner or our clansmen, I am determined to bring them back to Li Mountain safely. 3 days later. Is this the Triple Fold Pass? That's right. Be prepared to unleash the moon slaughter technique at any moment. Everyone, stay alert. Yes. We can give it a try. Those giant flying boats are probably cargo ships from trading caravans. Perhaps we can follow behind them. If we can hide among these cargo ships and safely pass through the checkpoint, it would be a good thing. We've been waiting here for 3 days. According to Ng Yuan's report, that Lingxiao flying boat should have arrived by now, shouldn't it? Could it be that they chose to change their route? What's that, huh? Finally, we've been waiting for you, thinking you can pass through with such a clumsy trick. How foolish. We're almost through the Triple Fold Pass. We might actually manage to get through. Wait, there seems to be someone over there? Oh no. They're coming towards us. The inevitable has come. The threefold pass cannot be passed through with teleportation, so we can only rely on the speed of the longevity flying boat to break through. Chi-E, unleash the Slaughter Moonflower. Let's accelerate through the threefold pass. Yes. You want to break through? Then we'll see who's faster. His speed is faster, and he's getting closer. This battle is unavoidable. By integrating the power of the Slaughtermoon flower into your technique, the aura is quite strong. However, a technique of this level poses no threat to me. It's the 6 Paths Heavenly Dragon Demon Head. Everyone, abandon ship. Charge through the threefold pass. Such a powerful demon head, this person's strength is far beyond mine. Let's fly past the threefold pass as soon as possible. Where did you get this longevity flying boat? Won't you answer? Ah. Girling. I'm sorry, I can't protect you right now. Luo Yin is still inside me, and I can't risk it. Everyone, accelerate. We must get through the threefold pass at all costs. Tell me, where did you steal the Lingxiao flying boat from? Haha, you want to know? Leader, I'll hold him off. You go. Huayan. Are you really going to? Then let's go to that world together. Fine. I was going to give you a quick death since you're a woman. But since you don't know your place, then I'll grant your wish. Huayan's spider web, that's her soul-bound object. She's using her life to buy us time. The burning of a soul-bound object starts in the inner world and doesn't stop until the body is completely destroyed. The process is so painful. I'm so sorry. Luo Zhang, we're almost there. After we pass through the threefold pass, we'll each use the great teleportation to escape as far as we can. Where will we meet up? Once you pass through the threefold pass, you'll enter the Crimson Sun Desert. We'll meet up in the northern city of Tianyong. Good. Even if you burn your soulbound object, it will only trap me for a moment. Besides adding to your own pain, what's the use? A mere spider web from the 3 realms wants to burn me to death? Heh. Who should I pick next? That perfect true god is here so quickly? Since you're so outstanding, I'll pick you. No good, he's caught up to us ahead. Mingy, that person seems to be heading towards Luo Zhang and you. No matter if his target is me or Luo Zhang, after we pass through the threefold pass, we'll team up to hold him off, divert his attention, and give Luo Zhang and my Nuwa clan members time to escape using the great teleportation. Good. We're here. Do you think you can escape just by passing through the threefold pass? Dream on.
Quickly use large-scale displacement to escape, and return directly to Lishan. The Other Shore, Chapter 11. It's been a long time since someone spoke to me like this. You are the one with the highest cultivation among this group, daring to confront me, a true source realm cultivator, Hedon. That's somewhat interesting. Being trapped by someone at the 11th heavenly layer, your true source realm is nothing special. It's been a long time since someone spoke to me like this. It really annoys me a bit. Your cultivation is lacking, far too lacking. Even if you enhance the formation with divine crystals, it's futile. That's enough. Luo Zhang and his people have left. Let's withdraw too. You dared to boast so shamelessly and still want to escape? Daydreaming. Red Sun Desert. My physical body is already formidable, but teleporting hundreds of times in such a short period is still too taxing. Is this the Red Sun Desert? Finally, I've arrived in the Mother World. I used large-scale displacement as soon as I entered the Sandai Pass. I should be safe now. I just don't know if that man will catch up to Ming Wei and the others in the Tianyong city north of the desert, and how to find them. For now, I can only explore on my own, preferably finding someone to inquire first. After an incense stick's time. Wherever I teleport, there is a vast expanse of yellow sand, but the wind intensity on this desert isn't enough to create such a massive sandstorm. The area covered by the sandstorm is still so wide. How did it start? There's a tent up ahead. I should ask someone before doing anything else. I'm just passing through here. Why are you drawing your swords against me? You! Aren't you the assassin sent by the king? It's fortunate that the culture in the divine realm comes from the Mother World. The language used here is the same as in the divine realm, allowing me to communicate smoothly with them. How can I trust you? Let him in. It's a woman's voice. But enough said. If he is truly sent by the king to kill me, we are all already dead. Yes. You. Outsider, have you lost your way in the Red Sun Desert? Yes. How did you figure that out? The Red Sun Desert is adjacent to the Sandai Pass, which doesn't belong to any specific power, so it's mainly neutral merchants from the Merchant Alliance who use this entrance. Experienced traders familiar with the route wouldn't get lost, so you are not a regular visitor to this desert. As you said, I am indeed lost in this desert. A sandstorm covers the entire desert. I have searched for a long time but couldn't find a way out. Do you know any clever way to leave the Red Sun Desert? You want to leave the Red Sun Desert. Where do you plan to go? Tianyong City. Tianyong City is a large city north of the desert. I have been there before. The sandstorms here are actually illusions. Acting rashly inside will only get you lost. You need to wait for it to subside, then head north to reach your destination. How long will it take for it to subside? Approximately a year and a half. That's too long. Is there no other way? Naturally, we the Sand People have a way. The sandstorm is our deity, that fog-summoning deity, an illusion created by its breath. If you have a way to leave, please show me the way. If there's anything I can assist you with, please feel free to ask. I won't hide it from you. My name is Modi, originally the princess of the Sand Kingdom. Several months ago, a rebellion occurred in the Sand Kingdom. My brothers, the kings, were all slaughtered by the new king. I managed to escape into the desert under the protection of the fog-summoning deity, barely preserving my life. If the gentleman can help me reclaim the throne, I would be eternally grateful. How can you take me to the Sand Kingdom without getting lost in the sandstorm? The gentleman doesn't need to worry. Modi has her ways. The flute sound rose, and the yellow sand avoided opening. In the midst of it, there was a subtle fluctuation in the laws of space. What kind of fierce beasts are hidden in this desert, capable of creating such a mysterious illusion? This flute was bestowed by the fog god, allowing the avoidance of the yellow sand. It was the magic flute that enabled the escape from the Sand Kingdom. Do you alone possess this flute in the entire Sand Kingdom? No. There are 3 protective flutes in the Sand Kingdom. So we are worried that the king will send someone to pursue us. Let's go. Half a day later. So the divine beings here form individual countries? Yes, our Sand Kingdom is one of them. After all, the population outside the main city is large, and people gathering into different factions is a common occurrence. After chatting with her for a while, it seems that there are differences between the Mother World and the Divine Realm. The divine beings in the Divine Realm can only attach themselves to the Divine City or floating islands, so they cannot form large factional scales. And the divine beings in this place do not need to attach themselves to the main city, thus forming individual countries. But how do they survive? Also, this magic flute is a bit strange. There are almost no distinctive landmarks around, yet she keeps changing the route continuously. Even if she can break through the spatial illusion with that flute, how does she recognize the path? Sand dunes? There were 7 sand dunes on the way just now, but the positions of the dunes seem to have changed a bit. Could it be that she's leading me in circles in the same place? Before it gets dark, we should be able to find the Sand Kingdom. It will be troublesome for you then. All right. I don't know what trick she's playing, let's just follow and see. Half an hour later. Young master, we've arrived. Still the same 7 sand dunes. Sure enough, we were just going in circles. This Sand Kingdom appeared suddenly. It seems that there is an O1 on the city wall. Since the king of the Sand Kingdom has taken the throne, why didn't he send someone to guard the city? My royal family has been slaughtered by the king, and he probably thinks that I, a mere young woman, can't stir up any trouble, so there's no need for defense. There are not many sand people in the city, and the gates of the few seem very peculiar. Use the clear sight technique to take a look. They're not real people. They are actually just constructed from piles of sand. Young master, quickly follow me to the palace. Wait, I have another question. In such a large sand kingdom, there should be many sand people. Looking at the vast yellow sand, I wonder what they use to sustain themselves? Well, or is it that this sand kingdom doesn't actually have any people? Are you just trying to lure me into a trap? Fog summoning venerable one. We've brought a person for you, and he has already seen through it. Please reveal yourself quickly. This is a plant? No, more like a fierce beast. You're not a princess, just an ordinary sand person, right? Did you go to such lengths to deceive me and bring me here to sacrifice to the fog-summoning venerable one? Do you depend on it for survival? You're somewhat clever. The spatial illusion arranged by the fog-summoning venerable one can trap true gods within it, but its range of activity is very small. So we cooperate with it, bringing people like you to it in exchange for its sap, which can grant longevity and prevent all illnesses. Deceiving others to achieve your goals, don't you think that's too shameless? Shameless? It's just a way of survival. I'm sorry, kind-hearted person. The fog-summoning venerable one has stopped. What's going on? It's just a true god. It should easily devour him, shouldn't it? What? You are the true form of the fog-summoning venerable one, aren't you? I'm not. Don't kill me. I can give you. Fog-summoning venerable one. You betrayed my trust in you. Since you originally intended to lead me to my death, I can only repay you in kind. When she led me in circles just now, she must have been waiting for the fog-summoning Venerable One to set up traps in the royal city. The sandstorm here has disappeared, but it's still visible in the distance. It seems that this so-called fog-summoning Venerable One is everywhere in the desert. If I continue forward, I'm afraid I'll fall into another spatial illusion. What protective flute? She made that up. But this flute can indeed break through spatial illusions. I probably have to rely on it to escape the Red Sun Wasteland. Your analysis is completely correct. Hee, it looks like this little puzzle can't stump you. The true name of the fog-summoning Venerable One is Dashiyawa, just a kind of demonic plant. It's just that its spatial illusions are indeed unique. You knew from the beginning? Why didn't you tell me earlier? Just wanted you to experience a bit of the malice of the Mother World. The Mother World is not like the Divine Realm. The environment here is much harsher and more cruel, with dangers at every turn. Be careful. Got it. It's about time to release the evil god. Given his nature, he probably won't stay quiet after coming out. Is what I'm doing right or wrong? 3 hours later, Heaven Fortified City is just ahead. The city is crowded, so let's release evil god here. Inner world. Evil god. Creator, you're here. Can I get out now? Yes, if I don't let you out, I'm afraid you will tear this world apart. Hey, it's just that I'm a little restless, and I've had a lot of accidents while I've been merging the Tao, and I've accidentally messed this place up. You indeed have exceptional talent. Since I left last time, you have cultivated to great perfection true God in such a short period of time. Profound Thunder Divine Tao and Profound Earth Divine Tao have also reached the perfection level. Thank you for the praise, Creator. Creator, shall we go then? Don't you need to say goodbye to your family? No need. Okay, just relax and close your eyes. Yes. Finally, I can go out. Okay, you can open your eyes now. This is the outside world. How is it? It's amazing. It feels unreal. Over there is a desert. Over there is a huge city. Where is this place? To be honest, I don't really know. Because, like you, I'm new to this world. You can call this the Mother World. This is also the largest world I've come into contact with. So is there a world outside this world? Yes, there is also the chaos. Then, are there other worlds beyond the chaos? I don't know. At least, I don't know yet. In that case, I'll leave this question for me to explore. Creator, this is where we part ways. Running so fast, afraid that I might go back on my word? He smartly avoided the sweltering desert and didn't head to Heaven Fortified City, but instead followed the water's flow. He's quite astute. Just not sure if we'll have the fate to meet again. Forget it. With his character and talent, he will make his voice heard in the Mother World sooner or later, and we will naturally meet again when the time comes. I must hurry to Heaven Fortified City now. I don't know if Mingwei and the others have gotten rid of that person. Green Brocade Plain. That guy is chasing us. If we can't get rid of him, we can't go to Heaven Fortified City, or Luo Zheng will be dragged into it. So we're going straight to Li Mountain? I'm afraid he'll kill us on the way to Li Mountain before we get there. So what should we do now? The great teleportation has almost reached its limit. Hiding around like this is not an option. He will find us sooner or later. What's this? Sound transmission technique. Now we can only ask Li Mountain for help. There's no better plan. The sound transmission technique is more powerful than Xuanyuan Magatama, but there's a risk of being detected. The most important thing is that Luo Yen is still in my body, and I must not let her die. I hope her news will receive enough attention from Li Mountain. Let's pray for an early rescue. I'm worried I can't find you, and you want to send a message for help? No need to struggle. No one will be here in time to save you. Die. It's this illusion again. What a pain in the ass. The illusion can only hold him for a moment. Let's go. They ran away again. Fortunately, I have already notified the nearby Xuanyun guards. You won't be able to escape for long with this trick. One day later, Heaven Fortified City. After searching for a whole day, Mingwei and the others were nowhere to be seen. Maybe they haven't arrived yet, so it looks like I have to wait in Heaven Fortified City for a while. But if there is no news from them, I can't stay in this city forever. Besides, Yenner is still in Mingwei's body. Without any news from her, I can never be at ease. It would be great if I could find a way to gather information in the city. My friend, why did you come to Heaven Fortified City? He is a man with a great perfection cultivation level. Most of the warriors in this Heaven Fortified City are at the Divine Extremity Realm, so it's rare to see a great perfection true god. Just passing through. Regardless of whether you are passing by or not, please come up and have a seat. It's not a bad idea to ask someone for information. My name is Lai Huabei. What is your name? Luo Zheng. Luo? It's quite rare. I wonder why you came to me? Brother Luo Zheng looked strange. You must have just arrived in heaven-fortified city not long ago, right? There are few foreign great perfection true gods in this city. Since Brother Luo Zheng has entered the city, someone will naturally come into contact with you. I just got there first. I was just passing through heaven-fortified city and had no intention of staying here for a long time. I also had no intention of joining the forces here. Is that so? But I have something I want to ask Brother Huabei. I wonder if you have seen a woman from the other shore realm enter heaven-fortified city recently? She is dressed in green and has orange hair. Large caravans arrive at East Harbor of heaven-fortified city every day, and those caravans are guarded by powerful men from the other shore realm. A woman from the outside world, with green clothes and orange hair. I have never seen such person before. Well, it's not surprising after all. Mingwei is the strongest person among her peers, so she will definitely attract the attention of the man in white. Even if she escapes by chance, she will not expose herself at will. Searchins now is like finding a needle in a haystack. Brother Luo Zheng, don't be disappointed. I may not know, but the people of the Rat Alliance might. If Brother Luo Zheng wishes to buy information from the Rat Alliance, I can lead the way for you. The Rat Alliance? What is that? Brother Luo Zheng has never even heard of the Rat Alliance? I really don't know. Then it's definitely worth a visit for Brother Luo Zheng. There's probably no information in this world that the Rat Alliance doesn't know. However, their information must be purchased with divine crystals. At least one divine crystal is needed. I wonder if Brother Luo Zheng has enough? One divine crystal? I thought it would be more expensive. It seems that the divine crystals brought from the god's domain should be more than sufficient to use in the mother world. Well, information collected by the Rat Alliance has never been cheap. If Brother Luo Zheng can't afford the price, I can help you out. If it is true, it seems that the divine crystal is quite valuable in the mother world, and I cannot expose myself at will. Don't bother. Although it's a bit expensive to buy one piece of information for one divine crystal, I can still afford it. That's good. Just now I thought Brother Luo Zheng might be a little tight on money. Please show me the way there. Okay, I will take Brother Luo Zheng there. One incense stick of time later. This is the Rat Alliance. Brother Luo Zheng can enter it on your own. They have many rules, so I can only wait outside. Okay, thank you, Brother Huabei. Are you looking for someone or something? Why is this voice so high-pitched? It doesn't feel like a human voice. I'm looking for someone. Do you know the rules? I don't know. Once the information from our Rat Alliance is sold, it will not be returned or exchanged. And you can't tell anyone that you got the information from us. If there is any violation, you will be on our Rat Alliance's kill list. Are you willing to comply? Of course, I am willing. It's not human, it looks like a rat. Go in. Turn left and go to the end, and you can get some information. With so many rats, no wonder it is called the Rat Alliance. It is probably a force formed by a group of rats. Come in. There's this harsh sound again. It seems like there's also a rat-like beast inside. It is indeed a ferocious beast. If it were in God's domain, I would probably have killed it, but this is the mother world after all, and there are many differences from God's domain. You seem to be hostile to me? No, it's just the first time we met, so I'm not used to it. It's very keen. I'm afraid it's not an ordinary ferocious beast. I heard you are looking for someone. What is that person's cultivation? What is her appearance? When and where did she disappear? The more detailed you are, the easier it will be for me to find her. Heaven Fortified City is just a remote town, so it won't have much contact with Xuanyan Guard, right? It shouldn't hurt to reveal the news about Mingwei. She's a strong woman with green clothes and orange hair, with a beautiful face. When she entered 3 folding paths from chaos 2 days ago, she was being chased by a man in white. Whether it passed through the sweltering desert or not is unclear. I see. I didn't expect that the Ear Mice clan would develop so fast, and they could even be found in such a remote city. Hehe. The Ear Mice clan? All the mice here belong to this race? Nope. The mice in the residence are just ordinary ferocious beasts with average talents. Only a few of them can transform into human forms, and a significant number of them don't even possess intelligence. The only ear mice in this place is the one right in front of us. In the mother world, Can ear mice and humans coexist peacefully? What's so strange about that? The human race is not the only one in the mother world. The eyes and ears of this race are all over the entire mother world, and it is difficult for any news to be hidden from them. You've come to the right place to find out about Mingwei. I've found the person you're looking for. Where is she? Is she alive? This information is not cheap. It's worth 20 divine crystals. If you're willing to buy it, I'll tell you after you place the crystals on the porcelain plate. 20 crystals? The person who introduced me said that 1 divine crystal is enough. There are high and low levels of information. Some important information is worth buying, not to mention 20 divine crystals, but 2,000 or 20,000. We, the eared rats, listen to the world with a pair of ears and can naturally judge the value. If you don't want to, just leave. All right. That's good. Your Excellency, please take a look. This is... They are not in the sweltering desert. Where are they? Green Brocade Plain is 2 million miles away from Heaven Fortified City. Disappeared. How did they disappear? Is that all? Of course, it's not just that. What you see is just a picture sent by a mouse. There are others too. Other Xuanyun guards also surrounded them, and Chi-E was injured. Not good. Mingwei, even in her desolate god form, has been subdued by this man. Could it be that she disappeared? Why is it gone again? The image that 20 divine crystals can show is only this much. To see the complete message, you need to pay another 100 divine crystals. As expected, rats are so cunning. Show me the rest quickly. Don't be impatient. I'll show it to you. Who is this person? He seems to be helping Mingwei? It's him. Fu Shi. He has returned to the mother world? Mingwei probably sent a distress signal, and Fu Shi came to the rescue after seeing it. It seems that they are safe. The person you are looking for has already gone to Li Mountain. Do you need to purchase any other information? For example, the identity of the red-haired man requires 50 divine. Say it. He is skilled in using a broad-bladed sword, and his other shore token is the 6 heavenly dragons' ghost head. The red-haired man is named Heir, a member of the bear race, from the Sky Guard Pavilion. He ranks among the last 3,000 in the Sky Guard Pavilion, but he is also an exceptionally outstanding individual. As far as I know, the bear race is also a big clan in the mother world. Aren't you afraid of retaliation from the Xuanyun guards for collecting such information? Retaliate again our ear mice clan? They're not capable of that, squeak. Okay. I've got what I want to know, so I'll leave. This young master should still remember the rules of our ear mice clan, right? If you break the rules, our mice league will launch a relentless pursuit until your death. Please remember the rules, sir. Understood. Seeing that Mingwei and the others were safe, I could finally feel relieved. Brother Luo Zheng, how did it go? Did you manage to find any useful information? Yes, thank you Brother Huabei for guiding me here. Hee, that's great. Indeed, there's no information that the Mice League doesn't know about in this world. I wonder what Brother Luo Zheng's next plans are? My next plan. If Brother Luo Zheng hasn't decided yet, why not stay in Heaven Fortified City and think about it slowly? I can find you a place to stay, as long as you don't mind. This Lai Huabei doesn't look like a sinister and cunning person, and he even helped me. Anyway, I haven't thought of my next plan, so I might as well get to know him first. Thank you, Brother Huabei. Okay. Brother Luo Zheng doesn't even know about the Mice League. It seems that you are very unfamiliar with the mother world. Where did you come from? I am just an ordinary person who came here accidentally. As for where I came from, it is not worth mentioning. Well, since you don't want to tell me, I won't ask. After all, who doesn't have some secrets? Thank you for your understanding, Brother Huabei. Then let me introduce it to you. From 3 folding paths to sweltering desert to Heaven Fortified City, as well as Green Brocade Plain and other places, they all fall under the scope of All Heaven Province. All Heaven Province? Yes, although the mother world is known as a single world, in reality, it is one world per province, and the provinces are generally separated from each other. The vast majority of people, even true gods, find it very difficult to cross a large province. 7-Star Province and All Heaven Province. The area of All Heaven Province is extremely vast, and Heaven Fortified City is just one of its smaller cities. The large merchant caravans use it as a stepping stone. All the giant flying ships receive simple supplies in Heaven Fortified City and then quickly depart for their next destination. Then, where is the famous Li Mountain located? Which province is it in, and is it far from here? Li Mountain. Li Mountain is in the Great Gathering Dao Province, which is extremely far from all Heaven Province. Is Brother Luo Jing thinking of going to Li Mountain? Not really, I'm just curious. Ordinary great perfection true gods like us aren't qualified to travel between states. Only those who can join a state-level sect have this qualification. So Li Mountain can be considered a state-level sect? Definitely not. Li Mountain is a legendary great power for us true gods. The state-level sects I am talking about are only the forces that control a state, such as the Dao Sword Palace. Because of the three-folding pass, all Heaven Province, as the exit from the Mother World, is not allowed to be controlled by any sect. So this Dao Sword Palace controls the 7 Stars Province next to all Heaven Province. So how do I join the Dao Sword Palace? To tell you the truth, my lifelong wish is to join the Dao Sword Palace. Although the Dao Sword Palace distributes quotas in all Heaven Province every year, those quotas are almost impossible to be allocated to Heaven Fortified City. It's still too difficult for people from our province to join. However, a month ago, I received some information. On the western side of the Green Brocade Plain, a heaven-gathering protector of Dao Sword Palace fell in one of the caves. If you can get the tomb of this guard, you will be qualified to join the Dao Sword Palace. Now that you know about this, should you take action? Of course, I have tried. Half a month ago, I invited several great perfection true gods from Heaven Fortified City to go with me, but unexpectedly, that heaven-gathering protector had turned into a burial-clothed evil spirit, extremely difficult to deal with. One of my companions was killed by the spirit. That's why I came to talk to you. From the true meaning of Tao that you faintly conveyed, I found that you have stepped into the of true meaning, and your young soul is far stronger than us. It should be possible to subdue the evil spirit of the tomb. What do you think of Brother Luo Jing? It seems that the Dao Sword Palace is the major power here, so since we have the chance to join it now, why don't we go with Lai Huabei to take a look? In that case, I can go with you. Okay, I'll gather a few more brothers and we'll leave tomorrow. The next day, City Gate. You've arrived just in time. Here you are, Huabei. Let me introduce to you. This is Luo Zheng, my new friend. He will go with us. Brother Luo Zheng, let's help each other well. Why hasn't Yomu arrived yet? You didn't inform him? Hey, forget it. You took Yomu there last time, and he was always thinking about it. I didn't find him last night. I heard that he revealed the news to some people at the port. I guess several people have gone with him now. What? How could Yomu do this? Moreover, the people he was looking for were the guaros of the caravan that was resting in the city, so they were certainly not weak in strength. It's possible that they are currently engaged in a fight with the evil spirit. No. Then let's get going. We can't let them take it. Green Brocade Plain. We're almost there. This is it? In this cave? Yes, let's go down there. Follow me, just over there. Okay. Do you think Yomu is still here? I don't know. I haven't seen anything yet. Let's use our divine sense to explore the surroundings first. Something is not right. Luo Zheng, what's wrong? Can't you sense it? Something's crawling. What's there? I don't sense anything. Brother Luo Zheng, is there really something? I didn't sense it either. Yes, they're hiding. They're getting closer. You'd better not move. Great perfection true God, Zuoqing. Otherwise, if you accidentally die here, don't blame me for not warning you. This person is a great perfection true God, and he has also understood the true meaning of Tao and uses the true meaning of nature to hide here. His method of concealment is superior to mine. Those are noxious army ants. Interestingly, it turns out that the little things I felt just now are these as. No wonder they can avoid my divine sense. It turned out that this man also cast the true meaning of nature on them. What are noxious army ants? It is a very famous poisonous insect in all Heaven Province. As long as one is bitten by it, the poison can spread all over the body in one breath. Even if you're in the true God realm, your body will rot in an incense stick of time, and you'll suffer a miserable death. What exactly are you trying to do with these noxious army ants? I don't want to do anything. It's just that Yomu expected that other people would explore the cave and asked me to guard it here. If you're smart enough to leave, I'll pretend you've never been here. But if you take a step forward, this cave has a nice view. It's a good place to bury your bones. This Yomu. I thought he was a friend. Lai Huabei, why don't we just go back? Noxious army ants are no joke. Brother Huabei, are these noxious army ants afraid of flames? No, the poisonous army ants are not only not afraid of water and fire, but are also extremely fast. It is difficult to kill them by ordinary means. Brother Luozheng does not need to think of a way. I'm sorry to trouble you, but we'll just turn back now. We don't need to lose our lives here. There is no need to draw conclusions prematurely. Since the poisonous army ants are controlled by that person, just kill him. If the ants attack, can you defend yourselves against them? It's hard to say. We have never had a direct confrontation with noxious army ants. Brother Luozheng, it's better not to take risks. Oh, you still want to kill me? If you want to die that much, just ask me directly. I can give it to you, Brother Luozheng. That's too reckless. Even if you really want to take action, you should fly faster. You can be bitten by poisonous army ants in an instant. Isn't this looking for death? Since you're so eager to die, then I'll grant your wish. Brother Huabei and the others probably can't withstand the noxious army ants. If I go over there boldly, I can attract most of them to me, and that way, they'll be safe. I can't believe that the noxious army ants can pierce through my skin. The toxin spreads very fast. However, no matter how poisonous they are, they can't cause any harm to me. He has been poisoned. Why hasn't he dead yet? Are you thinking, why haven't I died from the poison yet? Don't think about it, you will definitely die before me. A shield made of insect shells. Your weapons are also very interesting. But it's still weaker than my sword. Just entering the mother world, it's full of dangers. To avoid any complications, it's safer to destroy the corpse and erase all traces. There should be many things in his space ring that I can use. Brother Luozheng, are you okay? I do have heavenly flower pill and other antidote medicines here, but the poison of noxious army ants is too fierce. It's okay, this little bit of poison can't hurt me, but I should still expel it from my body first. This poison? But indeed, I seems to have no effect on Brother Luozheng at all. You overestimate me. Yes, I didn't expect you to be so powerful. You could kill that great perfection true God so easily. As soon as this person died, the noxious army ants dispersed. Let's get going. But they're just hiding, we'd better fly away. Try not to get close to the ground, pay attention to the top of our heads, and be careful. Initially, seeing that man controlling the noxious army ants, I thought about giving up. But Luozheng's strength is unexpectedly formidable. It seems we have a good chance of reaching the tomb. One incense stick of time later. Damn it. This evil spirit has become so powerful in a short period of time. It's the voice of Yomuji. Right around the corner. We're almost there. This is the tomb spirit. Yomuji. Lai Huabei? What are you doing here? Of course, I'm here to get what belongs to me. I didn't expect you, Yomuji, to be such a despicable person. You betrayed me and brought outsiders here. I'm just looking for someone else. Lai Huabei, one should know better. You and these few losers want to take away the tomb of the Heaven Gathering Protector? You. Chi Wuhui. Where are the others? Wasn't Suoqing guarding the cave entrance? Nonsense, Suoqing is extremely steady and reliable. How could he possibly leave at such a crucial time? Naturally, we didn't meet him. It was too stuffy in the cave, so he went to the green brocade plain to get some fresh air. Roar. Oh no! Master Wuhui, the power of this Stumby spirit is still getting stronger. I'm afraid the flaming sun chains might not be able to hold it. Ida wasn't very powerful at first, but unexpectedly Ida's soul power continued to increase, and Ida's strength far exceeded our expectations. Now another group has come to compete with us for it. This is troublesome. Tuoshing, go and deal with those guys who broke in, and I will personally subu this tomb spirit. Okay. Suoqing is my brother. Although I don't know how you got in, I still hope you can tell me his whereabouts. In return, I'll leave your bodies intact. The strength of this group of people is much stronger than that person just now, and the soul power erupted by this tomb spirit is far more terrifying than the last time. These guys won't be able to subdue the tomb spirit, and they're all going to die here. Number 9527, why? The Heaven Gathering Protector, who arranged this tomb, was very malicious. He probably didn't want his relics to be destroyed, so he deliberately arranged the formation to turn his remaining soul into a tomb spirit, and at the same time, he devoured the living soul to increase his strength. It is estimated that many people have entered this cave over the years, but most of them were killed by tomb spirit, which gave the tomb spirit a lot of soul power. So this is not a tomb at all, more like a trap for refining tomb spirit. So that's how it is. Why don't you say something? Where did Suoqing go? Answer me. How is this possible? You are just the great perfection true God. How could anyone of your level take my full blow with bare hands? I didn't happen before, but now it does. Is this solved so easily? Brother Luo Zheng's strength is far beyond my imagination. He comes from outside the mother world. Could it be that he is a genius from a certain powerful clan in chaos? Maybe you are mistaken. I think this tomb spirit is about to be subdued by them. Am I wrong? How is it possible? Although I don't know how this tomb is arranged, I am a soul after all, and my perception is much sharper than yours. Look there. The soul power that was swallowed by the tomb spirit before is stored in the tomb of clothes, which will provide it with a steady stream of soul power. The tomb spirit will only get stronger. Ah! The situation is out of control. Let's get out of here. Can't retreat. Concealed divine ability. Ah! This is the concealed divine ability. Indeed, in the mother world, there are various kinds of extraordinary concealed divine abilities. Concealed divine abilities are one-time use, and they don't last long. I must quickly use the great teleportation to escape from this place. My head hurt so much. This tomb spirit actually interrupted the great teleportation with his voice. It seems they were much more affected by the roar than I was. It's time to take action. As long as you can get in touch with the tomb, I will have a solution. Understood. This sword aura is the true meaning of eternal sword? Unified Dao strike. Luo Zheng, watch out. The tomb spirit is coming. Let's get the long sword first. Only one crack was made? The sword in this tomb is so powerful. I am surrounded on all sides. Let's break through the crack. This sword has a strong repulsive force. Number 9527, it's your turn. I'll take care of it. The great teleportation will not work in front of this tomb spirit, so I can only place my hope in number 9527. Number 9527, don't let me down. It worked. As expected of you, number 9527. It's a piece of cake. This is... Why are you still standing there? What's floating around here is the soul power swallowed by the tomb spirit. It's powerful and pure, and the effect is better than the soul pill. Quickly absorb it. Great, I didn't expect such an unexpected gain. Sure enough, after absorbing it, I feel refreshed. Even my ears and eyes have become sharper. Phew, that was close. If it hadn't worked, I might have really died here. What are you talking about? Just a lingering obsession formed by a remnant soul from the other shore realm. Erasing it was a piece of cake for me. Although this sword is a good sword, it seems to have been severely eroded by time, and it is not of much value to me. I wonder if there is anything good in the clothes. What's this? The lines on this copper piece seem to contain something. Let's put it away first and take it back to study. Although I have countless divine crystals, they alone are not enough. There should be many useful treasures in their space rings. I'll take them all back and take a look. Brother Huabei, and you guys, wake up. My head hurts. Brother Luo Zheng, where is the tomb spirit? Is it dead? Yes. That's great. I thought we were done for. You didn't kill it, did you? I'm not capable of that. Just before he died, the purple-robed young man activated a concealed divine ability, severely injuring the tomb spirit, and it killed the purple-robed young man. I just happened to finish it off with a lucky strike. I see. Since he had such a powerful concealed divine ability, that purple-robed young master must have had an extraordinary background. Since he's from an extraordinary background, it's better to destroy his body to avoid any more trouble. Right. And this Yomuji, you treacherous person. Since you want to kill us, let me finish you off. All right, burn their bodies, we're all set. We just need to take the Tomb of Clothes and the long sword back to Heaven Fortified City, then inform the Dao Sword Palace, and we can get the qualification to join the Dao Sword Palace. If Dao Sword Palace was really a well-known power, would they use such a hasty method to select disciples to enter the palace? Or is there something special about this tomb? Well, maybe the mother world really has such rules. They are so happy, so I'd better not say anything depressing. Brother Luo Zheng, what are you standing there thinking about? Nothing much, I was just wondering, there are 5 of us. Will the Dao Sword Palace give 5 quotas? It depends on the situation. If the owner of the tomb is a 1-star heaven gathering protector, then these pellets can be exchanged for 1 place. If he is a 2-star, there are 2 places. If he is 5 stars, then there will be 5. This tomb spirit is so strong. I must be at least 3 stars or above. I will entrust the Northland caravan to send the news to Dao Sword Palace. I believe Dao Sword Palace will send someone over in a few days. Okay. By the way, Brother Huabei, I don't have many treasures on me, so I'll take these people's space rings. Ahem, feel free to take it, but this time it's all thanks to you, Brother Luo Zheng. Let's go to a restaurant and have a table to celebrate. Thank you for your hospitality, Brother Huabei. The night. The treasures in the space rings of the others are quite ordinary. Only the purple-robed young master really had a few extraordinary items. His sword can definitely be put to good use. As for this copper piece, number 9527, can you tell what it is? I don't know. The lines on its surface look messy, maybe. It needs something to activate it. It's a map? Number 9527. Don't ask me, I still don't know. Is that Sanskrit? Don't ask me, I still don't know. I haven't even said anything yet. After all, it is something in the tomb. If you ask the people sent by Dao Sword Palace, they may take the copper piece away. It seems I'll have to figure out its secrets on my own. That's Sanskrit. Nyener is still in my inner world. I'll find time later to have him help me identify it. 2 days later, Cenotaph Cave. Other Shore Realm. Qibang. Lord Qi. After inquiring, the last place, where young Master Wuhui was seen before you sensed his demise was here in the green brocade plain. And the most suspicious place is this cave. Wuhui. My grandson, how could you just? It's a noxious army ant raised by Zuohua. It seems like this is the right place. Humph. Wuhui ended up like this just because he led these idiots around. There seems to be a powerful spirit that has existed in this cave for a long time. How could my grandson provoke such a thing? But if the spirit killed young Master Wuhui, it is impossible that both the young master's body and the spirit would be gone. It's possible that Wuhui's group of bad friends were afraid that I would blame them, so they ran away with the body, or maybe the body were destroyed by outsiders. Let's go to the Ear Mice clan. Alive or dead, I have to find his body. Heaven Fortified City, Ear Mice clan. Tell me the whereabouts of my grandson Qi Wuhui. Yes, I'll show you. No need to watch these, I want to see what happened back there. For a while, powerful soul pressure erupted in the cave, and we rats could not get close. So I didn't get to see some of it, but you might be interested in some of the later scenes. Wuhui's body was burned to death. Just wait for me. This is the blood-killing sword of the Heaven-Gathering Protector. Wuhui originally went to the tomb. If the tomb was sent to Dao Sword Palace, you will be qualified to join the Dao Sword Palace. This is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. Tell me, who is this person who set the fire, and where is he now? I must avenge him. Lai Huabei's place. Brother Huabei, thank you for accompanying me these 2 days and showing me the general environment around Heaven Fortified City. Brother Luo Zheng, you're welcome. Today, Heaven Fortified City is just a small place. Later, we will enter the Dao Sword Palace. My house. What's going on? Lai Huabei. Show yourself. The person shouting in the air is from the other shore. He's probably a family member of the man in purple. Don't be too nervous. After all, we didn't kill the young man in purple clothes. We can't hide from the situation, so we just need to face it calmly. Okay. Then I'll go talk to him. This senior, Lai Huabei, and you have never met before. I don't know why you came to me. Huh? Not good. It's okay, Brother Huabei, I'm still here. I can't pull it anymore. It's the kid next to him who is causing trouble. How can he be so powerful that he can compete with my strength? This green hand shadow should be the old man's token of the other shore. Senior, if you have any grievances with Brother Huabei, you could have spoken about them first. Why resort to violence right away? Humph. I Qibaong, do not need to explain myself to anyone when I decide to kill. Merging Dao energy. Break. This. How is this possible? How could a great perfection be able to take Master Qi's blow? Moreover, Master used a token from the other shore. How could this be? My Jade Hand Shadow is also a powerful First Heaven's token of the other shore. That palm just now was annihilated by a mere true god? Very good, even a mere true god dares to challenge me. Brother Luo Zheng, it seems that he is going to use all his strength. You should run away. This disaster is caused by me after all and has nothing to do with you. Brother Huabei, don't waste your efforts, none of you can escape. I wonder. Who is Lai Huabei? Who is she? Is she from the Dao Sword Palace? Dad's Sword Palace, Qi Hanyan. I heard that Lai Huabei picked up my Heaven-Gathering Protector's tomb? Yes. It's me. The sword and clothes in the tomb are all with me. Damn it, this Lai Huabei has already sent the news to Dao Sword Palace. Although I am no longer qualified to enter the Dao Sword Palace, my grandson's revenge must be avenged. What? The Jade Hand shadow disappeared? Now that Lai Huabei has obtained the tomb, even if you are a disciple of Dao Sword Palace, you dare to kill one of my disciples in front of me. You're very bold. So, you can die now. Just by moving her hands, she directly killed a powerful being from the other shore realm. This woman looks so weak, but she's so powerful. Ah, my lord. I'll bring out his belongings. Here you go. The aura of this sword, it's him. 5 blood rays, the owner of this tomb, turned out to be a 5-star heaven-gathering protector. This can be exchanged for 5 positions. Lord of Heaven Fortified City. No, this is not a 5-star heaven-gathering protector. This is the former master of our Dao Sword Palace, Chiu Bolin. What? Senior Chiu, who has been missing for so many years, actually died in our All-Heaven province? The blood-killing sword still carries the master's aura. 500 years ago, the master suddenly disappeared, and since then, the Dao Sword Palace has been sending people to search for him. The reward for the clothes tomb was also one of our methods of searching. But we never imagined that the master would fall in All-Heaven province. Unexpectedly, this tomb spirit is actually the palace master of a powerful force. From this point of view, the copper piece is definitely an extraordinary object. Our Dao Sword Palace does have rules. If you can find the Tomb of Clothes, you can enter our Dao Sword Palace. A 5-star heaven-gathering protector is worth 5 positions, but the owner of this sword, I will give you 10 positions. 10. In addition, the reward for finding the master will all go to you. It's probably equivalent to 50 times the wealth of Heaven Fortified City. Please, may I ask, my lord, what is the reward? 50 times. What's your name? After hearing this, you seem indifferent? Damn, I really shouldn't act so bland and make people suspicious. I'm Luo Zheng, I'm just worried. Such a generous reward is too much. Brother Huabei might not be able to handle it. As the saying goes, a man is not guilty, but he is guilty of having a jade. So you were worried about this. But you are right. If this reward were all given to Lai Huabei, I am afraid that many people in the Dao Sword Palace would be tempted. What should I do? What you do is none of my business. I only wait for one day. You can find 10 people as soon as possible, and then we will set off. Your master is dead. Why are you still standing here? Waiting for the Dao Sword Palace to send someone to kill you too? No, we're leaving now. Luo Zheng, what should I do? With such a huge fortune, many people will be watching me. Don't worry, Brother Huabei. It's not that hard to solve, you just have to refuse. After all, your purpose of joining Dao Sword Palace has been achieved. Why bother clinging to this wealth? Not only will it cause more trouble for you, it may even cause your death. You're right, I'll think about it. Lord of the city, why are you back? By the way, who is that woman from the Dao Sword Palace? She is the person in charge of the 13th Academy of Dao Sword. Her real name is Chiu Hanyan, and we respectfully call her Chiu Shuegong. She asked me to give a message to your friend Luo Zheng. What? To me? Chiu Shuegong said that you must join Dao Sword Palace. After this conflict, if you remain in All Heaven Province, you will definitely be targeted by the Qi family for revenge, and she might not be able to protect you next time. This statement sounds like a friendly reminder on the surface, but in fact it has a hint of coercion. Why does Chiu Shuegong want me to join the Dao Sword Palace? Maybe she's interested in your abilities. When you were fighting Qi Baodong, I had already arrived with Chiu Shuegong. She seemed to be very interested in the merging Dao energy you used. Luo Zheng, don't hesitate, say yes. Why? You have to give me a reason. Hey, that's what Qi Yu instructed. So I will help you plan your future route. Then what do you think I am? A chess piece, of course. You. Lord of the city, I agree to join the Dao Sword Palace. That's great. By the way, there is one more thing. Dao Sword Palace has given 10 positions at once. I wonder if Huabei can share 1 or 2 of them with me. After all, the young ones in my family are all eager to join the Dao Sword Palace. Of course, you, as the Lord of Heaven Fortified City, have been dedicated and diligent. Since I've benefited, it's only natural to share. Brother Huabei, can you give me some more positions? Huh? Of course. Is there anyone else from Brother Luo Zheng's side who wants to join the Dao Sword Palace? Yes, a few old friends. Inner Werlo Immortal Palace. Brother Luo Zheng, let me guess, have you already entered the Mother World? That's right. How are the 3 of you progressing in your cultivation? Luo Shishuan and I just entered the Sea of True Meaning some time ago. Brother Diyu is still a little behind, but he is close to reaching perfection in cultivating his true meaning. Well, I just got the opportunity to lead you to practice in a big force. Since Brother Chenfeng and Luo Shishuan have entered the Sea of True Meaning, I will take you two out first. Really? I've been waiting for this day for a long time. That's great. Ah. Then I am the only one left here? Oh. Come on, if you go out now, you'll just be crushed by the strength of the people out there. You'd better hurry up with your cultivation. When you enter the Sea of True Meaning, won't Luo Jing come to pick you up? That's right, Brother Diyu. There's no need to rush for a while. I will definitely come and take you out later. Alright then, I will continue to cultivate my true meaning here. It's a pity that Nyener is cultivating in a secret place, so I won't bother him for now. I'll come back to him about the copper pieces later. The next day, East Harbor, Heaven Fortified City. Lady Qiu Shuegong, why are you so concerned about that Luo Zheng? I have my plans, and you will understand in due course. Father, after so many years, I have finally found your belongings. Although it is a good thing, returning to the Dao Sword Palace this time may cause quite a lot of trouble. So Brother Huabei finally gave the City Lord 2 places? Yes, he is the City Lord after all. Apart from our group, there is only 1 position left, and I will give it to my family members. Such a huge flying boat. The pattern on this wooden board is also rare. The things in Dao Sword Palace are quite exquisite. Miss Luo, these patterns are naturally formed in the wood and have the effect of calming and focusing the mind. You're making me more and more excited. Lady Qiu Shuegong, all 10 of us have now assembled. Good. Let's go. Yes, sir. 1 hour later. Even though the flying boat has traveled so far from Heaven Fortified City, it's still over the desert. The river that the evil god followed stretched for hundreds of miles before also merging into the desert. Perhaps he too encountered the man-eating demon flower from before. However, the rebirth land in my body did not respond, so he should not be in danger. After all, the entire All-Heaven province is a desert. Lady Qiu Shuegong. Not bad. You mean the entire All-Heaven province? Look, here is the dry harvest desert, over there is the sunset desert, and over there. Is the environment of All-Heaven province so harsh? What else? This place is nothing but sand. Otherwise, who would abandon an entire province? No wonder, there are no major powers controlling All-Heaven province. You are not from All-Heaven province, are you? This question finally came, and luckily I had already prepared a set of rhetoric. Indeed, I am not. Aren't you going to ask more questions? Is that a city over there? The city of the Sand People. Do the Sand People really have their own country? A country of the Sand People? Of course not. That's the territory of the man-eating demon flowers. Look more closely. There are so many man-eating demon flowers. And they are all so huge. Is that giant? Look over there. This one is hundreds of times larger than those we just saw. That is the king of the giant man-eating flower. It has entered the 15th layer on the other shore, and the entire Sand Kingdom is Aya's territory, or in other words, it is the leader of the entire All-Heaven province. Stepped into the other shore realm? A plant can grow to such an extent. There are many stranger things in this world. But with so many man-eating demon flowers, what do they feed on? Their food is the Sand People themselves. Why, wouldn't those Sand People try to escape? Escape? How can they? In the Mother World, the pure human race is limited to a few major forces. The race formed by ferocious beasts, monsters, etc. is the mainstream. The man-eating demon flowers are highly intelligent. They use a unique system to domesticate the Sand People, allowing some of them to benefit from it. However, many more are beguiled and end up sacrificing themselves to the man-eating demon flowers. The previous magic flute must have been one of those who profited from the man-eating demon flowers. In history, our Dao Sword Palace has also sent people to exterminate these man-eating demon flowers. But they reproduce very quickly, springing back to life with the slightest breeze, making them difficult to eradicate. Moreover, with the Sand People under their spell, every time the Dao Sword Palace made a move, those Sand People would attack and obstruct us, ultimately forcing us to give up and let the man-eating demon flowers grow in the desert. It was for this reason that, 3,000 years ago, a man-eating demon flower silently stepped into the other shore realm, and continued to grow within it, eventually merging with an artifact of the 15th layer of the other shore realm, becoming the king of the man-eating demon flowers. So that's how it is. You don't know anything. It seems you are not from the Mother World. No need to explain whether what you say is true or false. No one can verify, and I'm not concerned about it. Okay. Won't the king of the man-eating flowers attack us? Although it is the king here, it does not dare to provoke the flying boats that pass by. If it really provokes our Dao Sword Palace and those caravans with strong backgrounds, it will only bring disaster to itself. Like I said, it's not stupid. The situation in the Mother World is far more complicated than imagined. I wonder how Evil God is doing now. Has he left the desert? Dry Harvest Desert. It's really upsetting to be still in the desert after flying for so long. This friend, can you take me to Heaven Fortified City? Friend, please save me. I have no strength left. It's interesting. It turns out that humans in the outside world are no different from those in the inside. They can also lie to others. What? What are you doing? But your method is too clumsy. This technique, Unknown Fire, is a beyond Dao divine ability that I've developed. This flame is formless, only intense heat. How does it feel? Here we go again. It's so hot. What is this? It's burning. Come on, you're all high-ranking true goose. Is this all the strength you have? Oh, there's still one alive. Let's see what useful information I can find in your memory. More man-eating demon flowers. How can such a good human race surrender to a few plants? If one day I become powerful enough, I'll eradicate these man-eating flowers one by one. What's this? The true meaning of Dao. The other shore?